Countdown to Kickoff.
Brought to you by Cap's Pizza and Pub.
3, 2, 1.
Get ready for Vero football. Christian FM Sports brings you the insights into the Fighting Indians. Now, the voice of the Fighting Indians, Paul Tipton.
And we're live from the Citrus Bowl. It's week 3 of high school football, and Vero Beach faces its third straight tough team. This week, the Broncos from Homestead. Hey, Vero Nation, welcome to Countdown to Kickoff. The Indians knew the first 3 weeks would be a difficult run, win or lose. While it's been 44 years since Vero started 0-2, the team is showing signs of improvement and really could have been 2-0 with 1 or 2 less mistakes. But that is the game, and you have to live with the result and learn from each game. There are 2 teams here, but only one team will walk away with win number 1 of the season when the final horn sounds. We got an hour before we get to kickoff. Ahead of us, we will check in with Bobby Paris. She's got another episode of Women of the Fighting Indians. Matt and Derek will be on the sidelines. We'll check in with them. Gary Paris and I will talk about this stretch that we had been talking about since day 1 of these first 3 ball games, and how does it affect Vero Beach going forward. But first, let's talk to our head coach, Lenny Janowski, and talk about last week's loss to Buchholz. He's standing by with Matt Paris. Matt?
Thanks, Paul. Well, Coach Jay, last week, the injury bug got us against Buchholz. Seemed like we were cruising right along going into the fourth quarter, and looked like the bug just got us, and the guys started dropping like flies.
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely a hard-fought game, and cruising is one way of looking at it. But it was surely a battle, and I thought both teams, really up until probably the point that you're talking about, I thought both teams, played really well. I thought that there were some great individual plays on both sides. The injury thing is going to happen. It was a very physical game, and we came up at some key positions. Some guys that went down, and hopefully those are not, lasting injuries, and we'll get some of those guys back. But sometimes with injuries, or so it seems, that it can hit a certain position, and then, you really end up reeling a little bit. But, our guys hung in there, and the game was, like I said, it was a very hard-fought game. I think we were up 6 with about 8 minutes left in the fourth quarter or so, from the best that I can remember, and we got the interception from Mike Bell, and that was obviously a huge play. And we thought, at least I thought, because it was on our sideline, that he was going to get a big return. And I took my eyes off of it because I thought even at one point that maybe it was going to be a pick 6. And speaking on injuries, we had a couple guys that were on our PAT team, our extra point team, that I needed to make sure we had covered if in fact he would score. But anyway, he was tripped up. Kid made a great play that was on the ground and tripped him up, and we had a little bit of a disastrous offensive series after that interception, and gave them the ball back with field position, and only being up 6. When we missed the extra point to go up by 6, and you give them the field position, they go and score, and now instead of being tied, you're down, and you feel as if, I don't want to use the word panic, because I never did feel like we panicked, but you feel being down as opposed to tied, or the score being tied. You feel a certain kind of way, whether it's mental or not. But we knew we had to go down and score, and probably would have had the same mindset if the game was tied. But for whatever it is, when you're down and there's a little bit more sense of urgency, I guess is probably the best way to describe it. And we weren't able to get it done. So all that being said, yeah, we did. We were scrambling a little bit for sure to get the best 11 out there when guys go down. And like I said, we had a couple different guys that played the same position that were not able to finish the game. But again, credit to Buchholz. Coach Whittemore and his staff did a great job, and the players played really hard. And and we weren't able to finish. So all that being said, we've got to get better this week and hopefully use all the things that we've experienced. That we always talk about the value to that. If we handle it the right way, hopefully we're a better football team this Friday night.
Well, that's Coach Jay talking about last week's loss to Buchholz. We'll when we get back, we're going to talk a little bit more about Buchholz from last week. You listen to Countdown to Kickoff on your Christian FM.
Hi, JW here from Barker Air Conditioning and Heating, serving the Indian River County area since 1959 and supporting Fighting Indians sports for decades. We're known for being HVAC specialists for installation and service. Local, licensed, and insured, Barker is a trained comfort specialist that services all makes and models. BarkerAC.com.
She's a proud Vero Beach High School graduate and is now caring for the health of children in our community. Thanks to Dr. Jessica Cruz and the whole staff at Vero Beach Pediatrics, providing comprehensive pediatric care for kids of all ages, from regular checkups or sports physicals to screenings for physical or educational issues, or even same-day sick visits. More info at VeroBeachPediatrics.com.
Research shows that with a new roof, a homeowner can save 5 to 35% on their home insurance premium. We thank PDK Roofing, a Christian family that's been helping families and businesses for over 2 decades on the Treasure Coast and all of Florida with their roofing needs. PDK Roofing is licensed and insured, and they stay up to date with what insurance companies require so that their client is protected and providing financing options to get people approved. PDK Roofing, online at pdkroofinginc.com.
More Countdown to Kickoff by Caps Pizza and Pub.
Well, Coach Jay, Buchholz comes into the Citrus Bowl, and they come away with a victory, but it was a hard-fought game, and we had a lot of injury. We talked about that in the last segment. And there's the old adage that says the next man up, and we certainly saw that in one of our sophomores, Jannard Young, number 20, our running back.
Yeah, it was great to get Jannard rolling. I mean, he's obviously a talented kid, and we knew that he was going to be a big part of our offense going into the season, and really had he and Josh as the 1-2 punch. Josh Lansiford, our senior, and knew that we would need both guys, and really they've kind of been like 1A and 1B, but sometimes you don't get to B when when you got a 1A and a 1B, and so it was unfortunate that Josh wasn't able to finish, but to have Jannard ready and to do what he's able to do. He had a big touchdown run. I thought that was a critical point in the game as well, and put us up and put us in the lead. And he's a lot of fun to coach. He just gets better each and every day. He's a strong kid, strong runner. And I think in all the phases of playing running back, I think we look at just carrying the football, but in our offense, as a matter of fact, we used to call that position the super back because they have to do everything. They have to, they're one of our 5 receivers. They're the only guy a lot of times in a one-back offense. They're the only guy back there, so they've got a bullseye on their chest. And we need them in pass protection. And so Jannard is really getting kind of baptized on the fly, and he's doing great. He's, like I said, he's very coachable. He wants to be great. And it's always good and to have guys have individual success because you see what the work that they put into it, and to have it come to fruition is always fun to watch.
So, yes, when Lansford went out, and then, of course, we also have to remember that Jonathan Hillsman, who was probably one of the best sophomore running backs that we saw, he's still out with an injury also. So now we're technically, I guess, would be Coach on our third running back. Coach, I know one point of emphasis that you wanted to do a little bit better from the O'Galley game was the kickoff coverage. And, boy, I tell you what, it looked good Friday night. Yeah,
so credit to, our coaches and our players that have stepped up in that department, and we did a couple different things to create some coverage, I guess is probably a way to describe it, but did some things. Aaron Gruber was handling the kickoff duties, and we've got Sam Kynes, who's still battling an injury himself, that was able to do PATs and make the field goal, but wasn't able to do the kickoff. So So Gruber did some nice things in placing the ball on some squib kicks. Of course, we recovered the one that we didn't unfortunately take advantage of that. However you view that, a turnover or a recovered kick, and we end up giving it back to him right after that. But to get that extra possession and more importantly, as you mentioned, just to create better field position and keep the ball, make them have to drive the length of the field and keep the ball in their territory when they're coming out on offense is always going to be big for whoever you are, but especially us. And it was good to see the improvement.
Coach, you talk about turnovers. We did have some turnovers, obviously, but our defense did a great job. They had 2 turnovers, and then, of course, with the squib kick, I call that a turnover because it should be their ball, and we get it. So looks like we're doing a pretty good job on defense of getting some turnovers as well.
Yeah, I think that's always going to be something that we emphasize. Coach Mata and the defensive staff do a great job of creating big plays and under the understanding of how important turnovers are. For all the different reasons, and so we are creating, and that's encouraging. Of course, uncharacteristically, I think we turned it over. You mentioned a few times we had a total of 5 turnovers, and that as great of some of these things are that you're talking about, that it's going to always be tough and difficult to overcome that, and those turnovers. I take full responsibility for, of course, from the offensive side of things. I've got to do a better job of putting our players in better positions to keep the possessions going, and we did. I thought our guys made enough plays and did some great things on offense to move the ball and end up in the end zone a few times, but. I got to do a better job of finishing, and I think that's been the theme this week is that we want to finish. We want to finish drives. We want to finish games and all those things in between. So, yeah.
Well, that's Coach Jay. I'm Dr. Matt. We'll be right back. Listening Countdown to Kickoff on your Christian FM.
Cafe 66, located on US 1 just south of 8th Street. At Cafe 66, our breakfast menu is all about variety. From biscuits and gravy to country fried steak and eggs, to Nutella stuffed French toast. Our lunch and dinner menus have something for everyone, from barbecue platters to unique burgers. Our hours online at cafe66vero.com. We proudly support the Fighting Indians.
Fighting Indians football, where they rise above the rest. We thank PDK Roofing, a committed team that strives to do the same. A Christian family that says no job is too big or small for any residential and commercial roofing need. PDK Roofing is licensed and insured, and they stay up to date with what the insurance companies require. PDK Roofing, 772-528-0113.
Durfee's Heating and Cooling, a longtime friend and supporter of Christian FM. Durfee's Heating and Cooling offers air conditioning repairs, maintenance, and new installations. Family owned and operated, serving the Treasure Coast area. Durfee's Heating and Cooling, 772-971-5884.
More Countdown to Kickoff by Caps Pizza and Pub.
Welcome back to Countdown to Kickoff. I'm Dr. Matt, hanging out with our very own Coach Lenny Janowski. Well, Coach, before or during halftime of all of our games, it seems like there's something special going on. And tonight, very special. It's appreciation night for our military.
Yeah, that's always a fun one. And to be able to recognize, our military and all the sacrifice that goes on there. And, of course, we've got some locals here that have served or are currently serving, and we'll have an opportunity to have some of those dignitaries out at before the game for the coin flip. And that's always fun to be able to talk some of the local guys that are, like I said, either currently serving or have served. And then we've got a flyover for at the coin toss, so we're excited about that. And so everything to do with military appreciation is going to be fun. We've got a local group that is going to set something up for the boys to run through tonight right before the game, and that'll be part of the pregame. And so like I said, it's just a small token of our appreciation to be able to recognize and like I said, show our appreciation for those who make the big sacrifice for us and what we get to enjoy in our everyday life. So, again, hats off to them, and we're proud to have them here, and obviously proud of all that they do on a day-to-day.
Well, Coach, we talk about Vero Beach High School being such a community event this Friday night, and this is one example, and this is just this week, because you have every week there's something special. But this is what I hear around the community of what makes Vero so special, is that we do stuff like that.
We do have a special community, and our community typically rallies, around us and behind us, and it's always fun to, whatever it is, whatever the theme might be. You can break it down to the student section, and I think last home game they had their own theme. It was whatever they had going in Cowboy Night or whatever, and to just see the students rally behind whatever it is, our community obviously to be able to get out here and pick up either on the theme, or whether it's just the red and white in the stands and making the noise and being behind us. Of course, we've got our band that is always a big part of the Friday night deal, and yeah, I can't say enough about our community. It's very fun to be in the Citrus Bowl, and Friday nights are a great time.
Well, Coach, it's Friday night high school football, but it really feels like a college atmosphere. There's so much going on, even before the game, the tailgating and all that. Just kind of walk us through a little bit of a Friday night that you would see.
Yeah, so when you talk about the tailgating, we had a big tailgate last week, even though, we did have a lightning delay. We had the group from Indian River Estates, which is an assisted living place here in town, and we get to go over there. That's always one of our big highlights. We get to go over there and have a pregame dinner and a pregame meal, preseason meal with the group over there, and we've got many season ticket holders that come over, and they bring the bus over, and they were tailgating last week and had an opportunity to do that. Of course, we brought back some of our old fans, some of your friends, Matt, and some of my friends that I think they do their own kind of tailgating when they get back here to the games, and they're now back here in the stands, and really just all walks of life. That we've got a very diverse season ticket holder group, and it's just always fun to see everybody enjoy, from the youngest kid to the to the seniors and everybody in between, and it's just a lot of fun. You mentioned it.
Coach, what do you hear from the opponent coaches, ADs, the guy that you have to talk to about when they're coming to Vero to see our crowd and the whole facility that we have?
Well, there was a time just a few years ago where the non-district games did not affect your playoff, and so I would get calls on the regular from very prominent programs that wanted to bring their teams here to Vero Beach High School to play in front of our crowd because they view it as a playoff atmosphere. And but that's become a little bit more difficult now that those regular season games all count and have an effect on your rankings and postseason play and all those kinds of things. So teams aren't as excited to come here and play just because of those kinds of things. But we typically get a bunch of compliments on not just our crowd and our community and the atmosphere, but also the hospitality, and you guys are a big part of that.
Well, that's Coach Jay talking about our Friday night lights that we have here during the fall. It's always something special. So if you haven't come out, hey, this is the time to do it tonight. We got a big game against Homestead. We'll be right back as we get Coach's thoughts about Homestead.
Comfort Zone AC and Heating of Vero Beach has been servicing Indian River County for over 40 years, using only certified technicians. As a Christian, family, and veteran-owned
healthcare, Health First, Medicare, and most insurances are accepted. LongevityRehab.com.
Summers in Florida mean hot weather with lots of rain. Having gutters that work well is a must for most homes. Thanks to Able Gutter Services for their partnership. They provide premium products crafted to ensure customer satisfaction while protecting from water damage and maintaining structural integrity. Able Gutter Services in Indian River, St. Lucie, and Brevard County. Their number is 772-766-2554.
More Countdown to Kickoff by Cap's Pizza and Pub.
Well, Coach Janowski, tonight we take on Homestead. They are 0-2 on the record book, but both of those losses come from, I think, with a total of 10 points. And their losses come from opponents who have a long history of making the playoffs, Palmetto and South Dade. So what we're looking at is an 0-2 team that is very good.
Yes, very good, very talented. You look at the last couple years in their history, and they return, quite a few players from last year's team that ended up, I think it was in the state semifinals where they lost by a field goal to St. Thomas Aquinas, who, we don't have to go into detail on how recognizable that program is, not just in the state, but, throughout the country. And so we knew coming into this season that, and we've talked about it in previous weeks, that this early part of our schedule was a gauntlet, and this tonight will be a challenge. Tonight will be a challenge. I think you can throw the record books out and just know that, hopefully, they look at us and feel like they have some challenges as well. But I know that, they do. In all three phases, they present some very big challenges for us, some issues and some concerns, but we're excited about it. I think we've had a very promising week. I think our players have responded as well as you can respond in situations where, you've had some disappointment. Like we talked about our first two regular season games where, there were opportunities in each of those games where we just didn't finish the way we needed it to go for the good guys to come out on top. And so, but I think there's value to all that. I think by being in competitive games against very talented programs and talented teams, that if we handle it correctly, then we can continue the improvement to be the best football team that we can be down the stretch, and that's what's important. So the theme really this week has been to be 1-0, and I know that seems simply stated, but it is. I mean, we've got to keep our eyes on the road. We've got to stay focused on tonight and do whatever we can do to give ourselves the best chance to win. And so with those challenges, we know that again, our preparation this week has been where it needs to be, and looking forward to the opportunity tonight.
We know we have some guys out, and that means some guys are going to be stepping up. But on offense, right now, after having two games, who's stepping up as one of your leaders?
Well, I think where you start with on our offense is obviously with our quarterback position and Champ Mons. Although he's a freshman, I've just been impressed with his improvement, and we, even when we talk about last week where there were a few turnovers, I think I mentioned those turnovers need to be and have to be on me as the coach. I think from Champ's perspective, he still completed 20 of 30 passes. I continue to see these strides that he makes in his games as far as feeling pressure, he himself pressing the pocket, keeping his eyes open, extending plays, getting the ball out on time, and then the off-the-field stuff, the stuff that's as he becomes more comfortable with our players and with our team, with our program, our coaches, and the whole deal, he's just a natural leader. And so I think, that position comes with it, of course, but it's been very encouraging to see, his makeup and all that he's about. So been very impressed with him, obviously. On the offensive line, we can't talk about leadership without mentioning the other champ, Big Champ, and it's not too many coaches are lucky enough to have two champs in their program. And so Champ Smith is our offensive lineman. Of course, he's just a junior, but he's as talented as they come, and he's had to play across that entire offensive line to just really get us through some things, and so he and Romeo Vargas and Corbin Phillips and those guys that are juniors that are have logged a bunch of minutes and have been the steady guys up there. Of course, their leadership, and then the young group of receivers is there's a bunch of those guys that are stepping up and. So yeah, I mean, those guys are all doing well, and defensively, we have some guys that have we've talked about those on previous shows. Those guys like T.J. Alford and Afion Rivers and Deuce Montgomery, those guys that have been here and really lead this team, not just on the defensive side of the ball, but overall.
Well, there's something special when you have the guys that are on the field stepping up to lead, especially at the high school level, because the coaches can do it. But, man, when you have those players, it is special. Well, Coach, as always, we appreciate you sitting down with us. We'll let you get back to the boys. You listen to Countdown to Kickoff on your Christian FM.
Cafe 66, located on US 1 just south of 8th Street. At Cafe 66, our breakfast menu is all about variety. From biscuits and gravy to country fried steak and eggs to Nutella stuffed French toast. Our lunch and dinner menus have something for everyone, from barbecue platters to unique burgers. Our hours online at cafe66vero.com. We proudly support the Fighting Indians.
On Point Dental Care of Vero Beach is a modern dental facility bringing dental care in the traditional sense. At On Point Dental Care, we utilize infection control techniques and the newest technologies to ensure our patients' oral health and well-being is tailored to their needs. Online at onpointdentalcare.com. We support the Fighting Indians.
Thanks to Roy Bell Grading Services for sponsoring Fighting Indians football and the Fighting Indians post-game show.
Hi, my name is Chase Bell, and my father Roy has served Indian River County in the grading industry for over 40 years. My family and I are proud supporters of Christian FM and the Vero Beach Fighting Indians. Go Vero!
No job too small or too big. Roy Bell Grading Services. We roll the earth. 772-473-4559. Roy Bell Grading Services.
More Countdown to Kickoff by Cap's Pizza and Pub.
Well, hey there, Vero Nation. Thanks for joining us as we enter into week 3 of high school football. And for the first time since 1980, Vero Beach enters the season as 0-2. Don't even want to begin to think about how long it's been since 0-3. We might talk about that a little bit later, depending on how this game goes. Of course, we're certainly hoping for a win tonight. But from day one, Gary, we've been talking about that the first part of this schedule, the first 3 games for sure of this schedule, was going to be a real gauntlet of sorts for the Fighting Indians. And it's proven to be true. And honestly, I don't know that we would change our tune whether we were winning or losing. These were 2 really tough teams in O'Galley and Buchholz that we faced in week 1 and week 2.
Well, both those teams were powerful teams. Both of them are ranked way ahead of us in the Max Prep's state rankings. You had one team that was 13th and the other team was 17th in the state of Florida. That's all classifications. So that tells you they're pretty good teams.
Yeah.
And we lost by 2 points to O'Galley in a game that we thought we got away from us, and we had a real good shot at winning that game. But Buchholz was different. That game we were leading going into the fourth quarter, and all of a sudden the momentum had already started grinding toward Buchholz.
Yep.
And we intercepted a ball, and as Matt indicated last week, our Mike Bell intercepted, or Brian Carter rather.
No, it was Mike.
Mike Bell rather intercepted a pass, and as he was taking off, it was a pick 6.
Yeah.
The receiver reached out and hit his foot, and it looked like he tripped to us up here because it was all the way. The momentum at that time, even with the pick 6, kind of went against us. We had a intentional grounding, and then we had a short punt that they gave the ball, a 10-yard punt, gave them the ball on the 26-yard line. They go down and they score. Next thing you know, we're down by 4. The next thing you know, it just adds on after that. You can't give a team like Buchholz 5 turnovers and expect to win a ball game.
True.
That's almost impossible to do.
Yep.
To win a game with 5 turnovers and 3 interceptions, 2 fumbles. But it was a great learning process that the kids went through, especially our young quarterback. So we had a lot of injuries. Oh, my goodness. We were banged up. We were going with a third deep at the guards. One of the guards in that game, and you lose your starter, then you lose your backup, and then you lose your other one. It was a mess.
Yeah.
We lost R.J. Jones with a thumb injury. I mean, when you lose him, you lose a good portion of your defense.
Right.
And it was just a combination of a lot of things, Paul. But we lost to a good team. We knew that coming in, these first 3 games were going to be crucial to find out how well we play against quality teams.
Well, and it continues tonight. We've got Homestead here, and we will talk about the Broncos here in just a little bit. But, to kind of put some finishing touches on last week's game, I mean, there were quite a few positives. I mean, we had injuries, and we lost the game. We had the 5 turnovers. But at times, man, we saw some real brilliance in our offense in particular. I mean, seeing some of these receivers get wide open and Champ Mons hitting them in stride. I mean, there were some really good moments. And then seeing Jannard Young with that 13-yard run, I mean, where he just powered his way into the end zone. That was awesome.
Yeah, that young man, as Coach told you and Matt in the pregame, he's a young man that has he's got a lot of potential. So much potential, it's unbelievable. He is very, very good. We knew it's the thing about him he's got to get now is process the whole offense and be able to feel at this level. You know, you can play JV ball, then you get up into high school. It's a little different than JV ball, but he's learning fast. And I'm going to tell you something right now, just a sophomore. And he's going to be a good one. I really tell you that. And again, with all the injuries that came up out there right now, you're patching your team as best you can. We'll go over some of that later, who's filling in where and helping out.
Absolutely. Well, also tonight, what makes it special is it's Military Appreciation Night, and we will have the different branches of the military here tonight represented, and of course, there's supposed to be, I believe, the weather's going to hold out for us enough to where we can have a flyover that's going to happen, I believe, by the sheriff's chopper that's going to fly over here a little bit later. But I know military it's near and dear to all of us, but I know in particular it's very special to you.
Yeah,
Gabe.
my father was a career. He was in the Navy and in the Air Force. When they brought the Air Force out, he went from Navy over to the Air Force, and he spent 30-some-odd years as the military. Was a master sergeant, and my dad had served our country, and I was, proud to have had a father that did serve our country.
And you had a grandson that served as well.
I got a grandson. Yeah. He's Ryan, Matt's son. He was in the Army. He left high school, got into the Army, and I'm proud of him. He served his term and time.
And now he's a first responder.
He's dotting all the I's and crossing the T's.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's going to be a special night here before kickoff with Military Appreciation Night. So it's going to be a lot of fun here. We're going to step aside. When we come back, we're going to talk about Homestead, the Broncos. They're coming in 0-2 as well as Vero Beach. So somebody's going to get their first win of the night tonight here for the season. So we'll find out what's it going to take for Vero Beach to get that win. We'll be back right after this.
Comfort Zone AC and Heating of Vero Beach has been servicing Indian River County for over 40 years, using only certified technicians. As a Christian, family, and veteran-owned and operated business, they offer comprehensive air conditioning, heating, and indoor air quality solutions to their clients. Online at ComfortZoneACNow.com. Proud supporters of the Fighting Indians.
Ohana Water Systems is proud to partner with Christian FM. Hi, I'm Mikey, owner of Ohana Water Systems. We've created a technology that takes city and even well water and turn it into drinkable, pH-balanced, remineralized alkaline water throughout the entire house. Our system also protects the plumbing and appliances from hard water damage. No obligation consultations and water testing available. Online at ohanawatersystems.com.
Cap's Pizza and Pub, a proud sponsor of the Fighting Indians and Christian FM, serving Vero for over 35 years. Cap's offers Italian cuisine, including pizzas, strombolis, calzones, hot and cold subs, plus wings. A family-owned and operated business, John and his staff are happy to serve. Cap's Pizza and Pub, 725 27th Avenue Southwest, Vero Beach, 772-770-2277 or capspizzamenu.com.
More Countdown to Kickoff by Cap's Pizza and Pub.
So as we walk into week number 3, Vero Beach is 0-2, and their opponent that they're facing tonight, Homestead from Miami area, also coming in here 0-2. Also have played a very tough schedule out of the gate and had very close ball games. South Dade and then also Palmetto, they've lost by a combined of 10 points. So, Gary, this is, again, another tough test for both teams. What's it going to take for Vero Beach to get a win tonight?
Well, again, you got to eliminate the turnovers from we had last week. You're playing a team that's got a good defense. I mean, you lose by 10 points in 2 games, and you only give up 14, and the most points the team scored, 14, and the other one was 10. That's a pretty good defense. So you're going to have to you've got to run good, precise routes. Got to give your quarterback enough time to set back and read the coverages and make the right read out there. And again, you're asking a freshman to do all these things, and you've got a banged-up line, even though I do think that it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. The only person you've got Deuce Montgomery coming over to pick up where Ben Hall was, and Deuce has played offense before. He's a defensive lineman. He'll be doing some two-way situations tonight, and so that's you lose Ben, who has the experience.
Right.
But you add Deuce, who's got the size, and he has played there before.
Well, and also, too, I mean, if you talk to Coach Janowski, I mean, he really thinks that Deuce going to the next level might be more of an offensive lineman than a defensive lineman.
I've said that for a long time about him. When we first met him, first came aboard, I said, man, this kid would be a great guard in college. He would be he's quick, he's fast enough, he can pull, he can get, he's got strength, and he's a good kid. I like him. I think he can go to the next level, and I think that's important. So getting him over here, it's not new to him. He played some last year and the year before. He's always been the guy that can go back and forth. It's kind of like you get in that meeting room and you start arguing over these ball players as coaches, and you
do you do that?
No, you flip a coin, heads, you get them, tails, I got them.
Yeah. I doubt it's as simple as that. I'm sure there's probably a little more discussion than that. But
there is.
But on the front of Deuce there, I mean, playing both sides of the line like that, that's going to be taxing. And trying to give him, a spell here and there, that's going to be real challenging for our coaches.
Yeah, and because who are you going to replace him with?
Right.
Offensively, defensively, you might be able to get away with that a little bit more. But offensively, it's tough when you lost 2 or 3 players on that offensive line last week. And, it's going to be tough.
All right, you got your freshman quarterback, Champ Mons. 5 turnovers, and in some way he was a part of all 5 of those turnovers. Let's talk about the interceptions. How do you bounce back from a game or a performance like that?
I think it's a learning process. I think he's cool, calm, and collective. Last night at our JV game down in Fort Pierce Central, he was down there. He was on the sideline with us, and he come over and shook my hand and said, "Hey, Coach," and I said, "You doing okay?" "Yep." Yeah, he's really positive, upbeat. It's like, hey, he is one of the most humble young men you'll ever meet, and he's probably got one of the best IQs, football IQ I've ever been around. So he's learning.
Yeah.
And I tell you what, he's going to be really, really good, folks. And tonight he'll bounce back. Lenny, you heard Coach with Matt, the pregame show. Coach has got to work harder to do some things to get the kids to finish and finish it.
Yeah.
You got to finish it. You can't get there and not finish.
Yeah.
And that's what he was talking about, finishing the game.
And that's happened twice.
Yes.
In both the O'Galley and in the Buchholz game. I mean, we were there. We were there right near the end.
Yep.
And we just got to get over that finishing line now and see if we can get a win here. So you got 2 teams that are looking for their first win of the season. Both teams are going to be hungry. This is going to be a good one tonight, Gare.
Somebody's going to win.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Somebody's going to win.
That's a fact.
And you got 2 hungry teams. And you're right. This is like there's a tiger out there waiting to get loose or some way, somehow. And then let's hope we're the tiger.
We certainly hope so. All right, well, when we come back, we're going to talk to Derek and Matt down on the sidelines, see how that MASH unit is working down there on the sidelines, getting ready for tonight's game against Homestead. It's countdown to kickoff here at your Christian FM.
Hi, JW here from Barker Air Conditioning and Heating, serving the Indian River County area since 1959 and supporting Fighting Indians sports for decades. We're known for being HVAC specialists for installation and service. Local, licensed, and insured, Barker is a trained comfort specialist that services all makes and models. BarkerAC.com.
Masters Academy has excelled in biblical worldview education from pre-K through 12th grade since 1998. Alongside their quality college prep education, Masters Academy offers multiple self-paced high school programs, blending academic education with specialized trade skills. Masters Academy is located at the corner of 58th Avenue and 12th Street in Vero Beach. For more information about obtaining a Christ-centered education, contact Masters Academy at info@mastersvb.org.
Hi, Derek West here from the Genesis Church of Vero Beach. We are proud supporters of Fighting Indians football and Vero Beach athletics. We invite you to join us this Sunday at 9:15 for our services. If you can't join us in person, please visit us online at gcvero.com. Genesis Church of Vero Beach, place of love where honest men are known and unafraid to love the hardest home. Visit us at gcvero.com.
More Countdown to Kickoff by Caps Pizza and Pub.
Well, welcome back as we continue to count down to kickoff. We're about 20 minutes or so before we get to this game for Week 3, where we have Homestead here at the stadium, Military Appreciation Night, and it's going to be a fun night here at the Citrus Bowl. So if you're kind of out and about listening by radio right now, or maybe in your car watching on YouTube, not recommending that's the best way to do it, but you still got time to get here to the stadium and maybe get a ticket and get inside and watch this game in person. It's going to be a doozy. All right, let's check in with the guys down on the sideline. We'll start with Derek West. And Derek, Gary and I were already talking about injuries. And, of course, injury-wise on that defensive side, when you lose R.J. Jones, man, that is a big chunk of your defense.
It is a big chunk of your defense, and then you have to get creative about the structure you're going to have to your defense, and whether you're going to run some three-man fronts and keep everything in front of you, or you're going to run a little bit more of an attacking style with your defensive end on a four-man front. In terms of our back defense tonight, I fully expect DJ White and Brian Carter to be at the corners, and then Drayton and Bell to be our safeties. And so I think the challenge tonight, particularly if you're going to see a lot of four-man looks with us, is to really get pressure enough to disrupt the timing to the point that our back guys don't really have to cover as long. And so it should be interesting in terms of defense, in terms of the injuries, with the exception of R.J. Jones. It looks like we're going to be in pretty good shape otherwise. And so not as bad as injuries that we have on our offensive front, but still, anytime you lose R.J., a pretty difficult thing to do.
Absolutely. I mean, you got a D1 prospect that's on his way to, or going to go to Illinois here at the end of the season. That is not an easy task to fill, and big shoes that we will have to try to fill some way, somehow. But when you got a guy like E.J. White, I think he might be able to step up to the task. All right, Derek, so defensively, you're looking at these Broncos and that offense. What are the key players that the Indian defense is going to be looking at tonight?
Well, it stops and starts really with Malachi Lewis. He is their quarterback, kind of a dual threat guy. Over the last two opponents that we've had, you've had a team that really looks to throw the ball first and kind of run off of that. Well, Homestead does the exact opposite. They'll spread you out like our last two opponents, but they will really try to attack with the run. You've got a great running back in Kamari Morrison. Get a lot of yards off of a lot of counters, so I feel like our eye discipline really needs to be good tonight. And then they really have two superstar receivers, Cortez Mills as well as Daryl Harper. Can really win a lot of one-on-one matchups, win a lot of boundary balls and 90-10 balls, I like to call them sometimes, when you've got superstar receivers like that. And so we're really going to have to be disciplined up front with what we see in our keys, much more so than we've had the last 2 weeks. I mean, Homestead's combined for 17 points as an offense, but don't be deceived. That's against Palmetto and South Dade, and I think those defenses are very, very capable. So I'm looking forward to the matchup tonight, a great opportunity for a much-needed win.
All right, thanks a lot, Derek. Let's look on the other side of the ball, and Matt, again, we're dealing with some injuries, particularly starting in that offensive line. What's the word?
Well, they're definitely out, guys. So we have Hall's out. We have Mason's out. So there's two key spots that we got to fill in. Well, Dad talked about earlier, Deuce is in. So as long as Deuce is in and he can go both ways, he'll be there along with O'Shea, and we'll keep both of those guys in, O'Shea and Deuce. If Deuce gets a little tired, that means Cooper's going to come in. So, and then when Cooper comes in, Corbin, who's at center, is going to go to guard. So are you guys keeping up with this? Because if you need a drawing board, it's
I think we need a bingo card tonight.
Need a bingo card. We got 077, who's going to...
Yeah, right. Exactly. Yeah.
And so, you know what? And that's just, praying that everyone stays healthy to that point, because past that, I'm not sure how far their depth chart goes down. And, it's one of those things that it's a little frightening. And if that's not, bad enough, we're also missing our starting tailback, Lanceford injured himself. He is dressed out tonight, but he is not ready to go. And so, hey, guys, how we doing? Oh, we got some of the military guys down here.
Oh, nice.
Family members to boot. I love it. So, anyway, so we now what happens with the young man that's going to step in? That's number 20, Jannard Young. He runs the ball hard, and we heard that all week. Man, we really like how he runs, because he does. He's a good-looking kid. He's stout. But, when it comes to a sophomore, can he pick up the blitz packages or just the regular blocking schemes that we need him to do? And that means they're going to call a coverage, whether it's a 4-1 or whatever. He's either got to take the guy that's coming up the gut or take the guy on the end. If he does that, that's going to give Champ Mons a chance to get the ball off. If we struggle with that, it might be a long night, guys.
All right. Derek and Matt down on the sidelines. We'll obviously keep tabs with them through the course of this ball game as we get set for week 3. It is Homestead taking on your own Vero Beach Fighting Indians. We're going to step aside. When we come back, we're going to check in with E.J. White, get to know him a little bit better. Then a little later on, Bobby Paris is here with Women of the Fighting Indians. It's countdown to kickoff here at your Christian FM.
Hi, JW here from Barker Air Conditioning and Heating, serving the Indian River County area since 1959 and supporting fighting Indian sports for decades. We're known for being HVAC specialists for installation and service. Local, licensed, and insured, Barker is a trained comfort specialist that services all makes and models. BarkerAC.com.
Mazzarella's Auto Sales is part of a local business family and their Christian FM supporters.
I'm sales manager Mike Mazzarella, and we always strive to offer late model cars and trucks that undergo inspection and service by our high-tech mechanics. We have Jeeps, Rams, Toyotas, Hondas, commercial vehicles, and luxury vehicles. On site, we have our Spanish-speaking sales and financial advisor Diego Sainz. We also offer our virtual showroom online at mazautosales.com.
I'm Chris, Mike's brother. Our family has been serving our community since 1999.
Now on the corner, 4th Street in Old Dixie.
Gino's Nutrition Shop carries a wide selection of safe supplements for athletes no matter their age, especially regular gym goers. I'm Gino, and we love supporting the Fighting Indians. Our supplements work for muscle recovery, hydration, focus, immunity health, along with grab-and-go meals. At Gino's Nutrition Shop in Miracle Mile, our customers are family.
Welcome back to Countdown to Kickoff on the Vero Nation Network. Time to get to know your Indians.
We're with E.J. White, one of our starting receivers. And E.J., it's hard to believe already, you got almost 2.5 seasons under your belt at varsity football.
Yeah, it's been a crazy ride.
Yeah, it has been. I mean, I started hearing about you when you were doing some phenomenal stuff in 8th grade, specifically with track. And we'll talk a little bit about track a little bit later. But, you come into your first year as a freshman, you got a little bit of playing time, especially at quarterback. You got thrown in there in the fire. What was that experience like for you?
Well, I mean, the coaches, they really put a lot of trust in me, so they started me at cornerback. And then they seen that I had a lot of talent. So throughout the season, they worked with me a lot, moved me around a receiver QB, and then they just do what I do.
Now here in your junior season, you're playing on both sides of the ball. Is there any real preference? Do you like playing on the offense or defense more?
Both sides. I feel like if I play both ways, the team better.
Hasn't been the ideal start for Vero Beach at this point at 0-2, but you've played some really tough teams. So what do you feel like from your perspective, what's been going right? What are you guys trying to improve on?
Executing and doing our job. So whatever we do at practice, we should do it in a game instead of all that lollygagging and playing around.
I hear you. All right, you made it known back in the offseason that you've got a commitment to FSU. Still standing strong with that commitment?
Yes, sir. But recruiting is still open, so.
Ahead of you, I should say. What is it about FSU? What do you like about the school?
Really, the coaches, like, they make it feel like home. And once I really stepped on there for the first time, went to their game, it seemed like something I want to do when I get older.
Now, you were in a similar position that Champ Mons is in, coming in as a freshman and being asked to do quite a bit right off the bat, and playing the same position at quarterback. What have you been able to share with him and try to help him along?
Really, just the basic stuff, and I just tell him, do Champ. Like, do him, and we're going to be good.
Now, as a receiver, what do you like about him as a quarterback?
His spin on his ball. Pause. So he just got a good ball, and he got a high IQ.
All right. Now, you didn't run track last year. You were kind of dealing with, I think, a nagging injury. Any future possibilities of playing track again?
Yes, sir.
All right. Now, I understand you hold the record in one of the not the meets, but you have a record at Vero Beach High School in track. What do you hold?
110 hurdles.
And what was the record?
14.34.
Wow, pretty impressive. So, besides football, any aspirations as far as like track? I mean, obviously we just had the Summer Olympics in Paris. Has that ever crossed your mind?
Yeah, I always wanted to do go pro in 2 sports, and track always been serious with it, so I want to do both.
All right. I know, and I don't want to have you divulge too much, but in your talks with FSU, has that been consideration as far as like running track there?
Well, I haven't really talked about track much, but I know when I get there, I'm gonna try to do track.
All right. Have you thought about like your future studies? What do you want to pursue as far as a degree or anything like that?
I have a list, but some of the stuff is like maybe engineering and finance stuff.
Pretty cool. All right, so we got 2 games under our belt. Obviously got another tough opponent in Homestead coming here Friday night. What other games besides this one stand out to you on the schedule?
I look at all the teams as equal. We should dominate every game, but maybe Heritage, because our former quarterback and other teammates went there, so we got to go hard.
Yeah, maybe a little in-county rivalry kind of thing going on there. I got you. All right, my man. Well, appreciate you spending time with us. Good luck the rest of this season.
Thank you.
All right, that's DJ White, folks.
Comfort Zone AC and Heating of Vero Beach has been servicing Indian River County for over 40 years, using only certified technicians. As a Christian, family, and veteran-owned and operated business, they offer comprehensive air conditioning, heating, and indoor air.
Thanks to the support of businesses like Chuck Bateman State Farm Insurance in Vero Beach. Chuck's goal is to create an atmosphere where customers can talk about what's important to them. He's also a huge supporter of our local chapter of the Fellowship of Christian Athletes. Chuck's phone is 567-1106 or chuckbatemaninsurance.com.
It's countdown to kickoff. Now, here's Bobby Paris.
Welcome to Women of the Fighting Indians. I'm Bobby Paris, and my guest this evening is the beautiful Callista Benjamin. Welcome, Callista.
Thank you for having me, Bobby.
Callista is the mom to number 24, Kevin Benjamin. He is our starting hybrid player, which means Kevin plays both D-back and linebacker. Tell us about yourself.
So I was born and raised in Vero Beach back in 1984, and I was able to go to Vero Beach High School until 10th grade, in which I moved to Brevard, North Carolina in 2000. There I met my husband in high school, and then we started our family. We have 6 beautiful children. We were at a place in life that we wanted the kids, and the boys especially, at that going into high school, to have more opportunity, and we were ready to come back to Vero to give them that opportunity again, and that's when we moved back to Vero in 2020. And as far as for my employment, so for a living, I have been in the service industry my whole entire life. I'm currently working at Tui's Downtown, which is the new restaurant on 13th Avenue. It's really nice, it's super neat, as I see Vero downtown grow past 14th Avenue. Now we got 13th Avenue. So that's what I do for a living. And my husband, David, is a pool tech.
Does he have any other interests besides football, that, and this probably may, or even sports, that we may not know about?
Kevin is actually becoming quite an avid chess player. Yes, and it's really interesting because you can play it like checkers if you don't really grasp the game, but Kevin grasped the game on another level, and it's like a whole new level of competition in his life, so he's constantly bringing people to the house to challenge them to a game of chess.
Do you get help with the chores and cooking?
I absolutely do. So all the kids have been raised to have responsibilities. Yeah. So, I mean, they clean their rooms. They do laundry, they do the dishes, they feed the dog, they cut the grass, they sweep the floors, they vacuum. So we all work together as a unit because the more hands that we have, the sooner it can get done and we can enjoy ourselves.
How is Kevin in the classroom?
Kevin has always been an exceptional student since he was really young. It still plays out today. He's never been the kid that needed to really study for a test. And when he's there, he can hear it, he can absorb it, and it sticks. And he retains, and he's been a great student. He's, from elementary on through, he's got honor rolls, and yeah, he's a good student.
Oh, I'm going to let you do a shout out, though, to someone special. I wonder who that would be.
So my shout out is absolutely to my wonderful husband, David Benjamin, the love of my life, who I met at 16, and we're pushing 40, and we just raised our first baby all the way to college, and, we've grown so much over the years, and it just excites me about the next and the next and the next and the next and everything that God has for us. So shout out to you, babe, for being super strong and being the head of our house.
So join me, Bobby Paris, at halftime for more of Women of Fighting Indians football.
Cafe 66, located on US 1 just south of 8th Street. At Cafe 66, our breakfast menu is all about variety. From biscuits and gravy, to country fried steak and eggs, to Nutella stuffed French toast. Our lunch and dinner menus have something for everyone, from barbecue platters to unique burgers. Our hours online at cafe66vero.com. We proudly support the Fighting Indians.
Live from the Citrus Bowl in Billy Living's Field, it is week 3 of high school football. The Homestead Broncos and your Vero Beach Fighting Indians. Vero is coming off back-to-back losses to start the season, something that hasn't happened since 1980. The Broncos are also in search of their first win. One thing is for sure, one team will get a win tonight. The Friday night lights are on, and it is game time. Hey, Vero Nation, along with Gary Paris, Derek West, Matt Paris, I'm Paul Tipton, and welcome to Fighting Indians Football. We're proud to bring you our 28th season of Indians football, and it is presented by Cafe 66. So whether you're listening on the radio at 91.9 and 96.3, online at christianfm.com, or through the app, or watching on our YouTube channel, Vero Nation Network, we are so proud and thankful to have you a part of this. If you're watching on our YouTube channel, do us a favor. You can always subscribe to our channel, but also if you want to watch the games later, you can join the tribe. So just join our membership, and you'll be able to watch the games anytime you want to watch the replays of these ball games. The Broncos coming in 0-2. Vero Beach coming in 0-2. The Broncos won the toss, and we were just talking off air, I believe, so far from week 1 to now, Vero has lost the toss in every single game so far, and it's been the same result. The other team, the team that wins the toss, defers to the second half, and that's exactly what's happened tonight with Homestead. They won the toss. They have elected to defer to the second half. So Vero Beach will get set to receive the opening kickoff and get set to see our offense right away.
Were you trying to jinx us or something with that? I think we're going to.
Just pointing it out.
I know, but I think
just pointing it out, Gary.
Let's get a good return right here. Let's set the tone. We've played 2 very, very good teams the first 2 weeks. This is the third game of that. We knew it was going to be a crucial stretch, and it has been so far.
Broncos get set to kick off. It's high, but returnable around the 9-yard line. Reverse. And E.J. White's got it. Turn it upfield to the 30, 35, down the lane. He's at the 40 and out of bounds near the 45-yard line. A good return for Vero Beach.
An excellent job by Marcus Melbourne and E.J. White doing the reverse. Melbourne hand starts to his right, and E.J. White comes back around, and E.J. gets about a 30-yard, 25, 28-yard gain on that play. And I tell you, that is a good way to start. You got the ball at your own 42-yard line.
Vargas, Wright, Phillips, Montgomery, that is Deuce Montgomery, and Champ Smith will be the offensive line starting tonight for Champ Mons at quarterback, along with E.J. White, Williams, Stinson, Jacobs, and Jannard Young will be in the backfield from time to time. But right now, we are going with a 5-wide set here to start on 1st and 10. Mons firing, finds Stinson. Wow, what a good job to hold on to the ball as he got contact right as the ball got there. Picks up about 6 to 7.
Yeah, that was a good. It was a hitch. Picks up about 4 yards on it. He got knocked back 2 and almost 5 yards on that play. But that was a great hitch. That gives you now 2nd down and about 6 yards to go, and a quick hitch by each receiver out there. And that's a safe throw. When I say that, it means that you're looking to get your quarterback into some rhythm and try to get him in sync.
So a pickup of 4 makes it 2nd and 6. This time we'll send 3 receivers left side. Young now back in the backfield. Will go in motion to the left. Keeper by Mons, and defender slides through, but Mons able to get out of the tackle and get some positive yards. Could have been a loss, and Champ Mons uses some strength to make it a 2-yard gain.
I tell you, that was like a wildcat sense in a way. He was going to run the ball himself, and he picks up a couple yards on a play like that, actually 1.5 yards.
He lost his shoe.
But he lost his shoe out there. And but the thing about it is, he had a 3 or 4 yard loss. He shook that. That 205 pounds was moving hard, and he was churning his legs, and he got positive yards.
3rd down and 4. Ball at the 48 of Vero. E.J. White in the lineup now at quarterback. Young takes the direct snap off the right side. He'll cross the 50. It's going to be a 4th and short. Will Coach Jay go for it here?
Yeah, one of the linebackers came up and made that hit. That was a good hit. He just did a really good job. I don't have a 19 on their list, so I don't know exactly who that was, but 19 did a good job coming over and making a big hit.
4th and 1, and Vero's lining up with the offensive unit with Avion Rivers in the backfield. E.J. White.
Fumble!
And Homestead got the loose ball and takes it to the Vero Beach 45-yard line.
Let me tell you what happened on that one. That was too hard a snap. That ball hit Rivers right in the chest. I mean, it was hard thrown back there, and it bounced off his chest right into the hands of a lineman or a linebacker for Homestead. That didn't even have a chance, Rivers, on that play. So now that gives the Broncos excellent field position as they got it on the Indians' 45.
So that's Malachi Lewis coming out at quarterback. He'll have a 4-receiver set. It's going to be a handoff. Oh, hit in the backfield. Wow, that is Greer coming in to make the pop.
How about that pop right there? That was on probably a run blitz on that time. As you said, that Javon Greer come flying in there. All 6 foot, 180 pounds of him makes that tackle, makes a 2-yard loss on that play.
Again, a lot of injuries last week. Shifting around to some players here on this defensive front. 2nd and 12. Lewis going to go to the air and in phase. Wow, what a good job.
I tell you,
Marcus Melbourne running down the sideline with the receiver, and wouldn't you know, a receiver would know how to run with a receiver.
Yeah, exactly right. Because of you missing RJ out there, Marcus Melbourne has been one of the guys that have come on this side. You got E.J. White on the other side, and that was a good job by Melbourne. Brings up 3rd and 12.
3rd down and 12. Going to go trips to the right side. And a 5-receiver set, 2 on the left side. Lewis looking, fires. Receiver there. It's going to go incomplete. Yep.
It skipped. It skipped in there. So now they're either going to have to punt. He had an open receiver there. That throw was just low, and it skipped in there. Fortunately for Vero Beach, but that was a quick slant like going in there. He had him. He could have got a good throw.
So brings up 4th down. Broncos will get set to punt. Vero will drop back to receive. Punt is away high. It's going to be a short punt. Takes a bounce and will be down around the 25, maybe 26-yard line. So the defense does its job, Gary, with a 3 and out.
Yeah, they did a good job that time. Again, that very opening play by Greer put them in behind the ball, behind the chains, and then you have to work from there. A couple missed opportunities by them, and the Indians got the ball back.
So the Vero offense back out on the field. This time we'll start at our own 27. No score in this game. We're at 8:42 in the first quarter. Mons, handoff left side. That is Young. Young off the left side. He's past the 35 to almost the 40-yard line. And a first down for Vero Beach. That is a game day men's health first.
Good job by Romeo Vargas and O'Shea Wright. It was on that left side. There's a banged-up Bronco on the field. But that misdirection, you saw the man come in motion, you fake handoff, then you hand the ball off to Young, and Young got in behind Vargas and Wright, and he was able to pick up 14 yards on that play. Big play right there.
So while we have an injury timeout, we'll take one as well. Vero Beach on its second possession of the night. We've got no score in the first quarter.
Cafe 66, located on US 1 just south of 8th Street. At Cafe 66, our breakfast menu is all about variety. From biscuits and gravy to country fried steak and eggs to Nutella stuffed French toast. Our lunch and dinner menus have something for everyone, from barbecue platters to unique burgers. Our hours online at cafe66vero.com. We proudly support the Fighting Indians.
Fighting Indians football, where teamwork makes dreams work. We thank PDK Roofing. They believe in the power of teamwork. A Christian family making residential and commercial roofing dreams a reality. PDK Roofing is licensed and insured, and they stay up to date with what insurance companies require, ensuring their clients' confidence in their reliability. PDK Roofing is online at pdkroofinginc.com.
So still in an injury timeout here. One of the Homestead Bronco players is down on the turf near the Vero sideline after a nice run by the Vero offense led by Janowski Young for 14 yards. We'll put the ball at the Vero Beach 41-yard line as it looks like they're able to get the young man up off the turf there.
We're hearing from the sideline, Big Deuce Montgomery, who's on the offensive left side of the ball, also was pulling in on that play. Got him a pancake. Now, pancake is when you flatten somebody on the other side.
I thought that was some breakfast food.
I knew you would think that.
Is it not?
Not in football terms.
8.5 to go here in the first quarter. And the Vero Beach offense will make its way back out on the field as the training staff for Homestead helping the young man off the field. Appears to be Daniel King for Homestead. First down and 10 for Vero Beach. Indians going to shift some things around, have two backs in the backfield now. Fake on the handoff. Mons rolling out, looking downfield. It's going to let it fly. He's got EJ wide open. Wow, led him just a little too far to the sideline.
Yeah, he had a couple guys open on that play, but he was rolling to his right, and EJ had run a corner route and was open. He just overthrew him by a couple yards on that play. If he gets that ball down a couple yards, that's a big play right there.
So it's going to bring up second down and 10. Mons rolling to his right, fires. Stinson's got it. Stinson makes a move and gets into Bronco territory near the 45. That will be a game day men's health first down.
That's a good play, good throw. Mons runs a rollout to his right, and you see Stinson runs a quick hitch to the sideline. He gets that first down and a great move after he caught the ball. Good throw, good protection.
7:45 and counting, first quarter. Vero Beach second possession of the night. On first down, swing pass, left side. Williams has got it. Williams makes a move, and he'll get to the 35-yard line. That'll be close. Maybe another first down here.
It is. And again, a little swing pass to the outside by the receiver, Williams, Lorenzo Williams. Lorenzo does a good job of catching it, getting upfield, down the sideline, and picks up 11 yards on that play.
11-yard gain makes it a game day men's health first down for Vero Beach at the Bronco 35-yard line as we're working our way towards 7 minutes remaining first quarter. Handoff's going to go Young. Young, left side, guy caught from behind, able to get back to the line of scrimmage for a no gain.
Yeah, he got mipped there by Kenyon Smith. Nobody picked him up in the from his position. Kenyon comes flying across there. That fake handoff, then he turned counterplay, and he was met right there by Kenyon Smith for no gain at all.
6.5 and counting here. Usually about the time they start calling for a water break here. We'll wait and see if the officials are going to let them run this one more play here on second down. Mons rolls, hits Stinson again on a screen. Stinson reverses field, and he'll get to the 25-yard line, and that should be enough for a first down, I believe.
Yeah, they're going to say 3rd and 1. I thought he got to the line.
Yeah. Wow, I thought he got to the 25, and they're saying
I did
27.
Too, 27.
Wow.
So
give him 8 yards on that catch. 5:45. It'll be a 3rd down and short 2. Bonds has got a 4-receiver set, one back in the backfield. He's looking to throw. He's got time, fires, hits his receiver, Stinson, turns it upfield, and he's to the 10-yard line where it's going to be first down and goal.
He ran a beautiful stick route, 12 yards to the inside. He breaks inside a wheel route by the running back, and that made that open right there for that first down.
Picks up 17. That'll bring us to the water break timeout here with 5:24 to go first quarter and no score.
Hi, JW here from Barker Air Conditioning and Heating, serving the Indian River County area since 1959 and supporting fighting Indian sports for decades. We're known for being HVAC specialists for installation and service. Local, licensed, and insured, Barker is a trained comfort specialist that services all makes and models. BarkerAC.com.
This is Fighting Indians football on the Vero Nation Network. Brought to you by Molinari Pools. Let's join Gary Paris and the voice of the Fighting Indians, Paul Tipton.
Stinson's got 4 catches for 42 yards and helping the Indians on this drive here, Gary, as it started from their own 27-yard line. Now at the 10-yard line where it's going to be first down and goal with 5:24 to go first quarter.
Well, you like the rhythm that he's gotten himself into, and that's one thing coaches love to do is get your quarterback into sync with what what you're doing out there. And everything is about rhythm. You get it, boom, boom, you get it out, you get it, you see it, and you've got to get to release the ball. So far, his rhythm looks really good.
From the 10-yard line, first and goal, Mons. Hands off Young. He's got a hole through the left side, and he's in for the score. Touchdown, Vero Beach.
How about the block by Big Corbin Phillips and Deuce Montgomery and Champ Smith on that right side. They opened a hole right up the middle there, and there you saw Janowski Young, that powerful legs he has. He churned and kept going and got the touchdown.
Sam Kynes will come out for the PAT. Snap, kick, hold, all looks good, and Vero Beach on the board first, leads 7-0.
Comfort Zone AC and Heating of Vero Beach has been servicing Indian River County for over 40 years, using only certified technicians. As a Christian, family, and veteran-owned and operated business, they offer comprehensive air conditioning, heating, and indoor air quality solutions to their clients. Online at ComfortZoneACNow.com. Proud supporters of the Fighting Indians.
Thanks to Longevity Rehab Centers in Vero Beach and Sebastian, owned by locals whose mission is to help heal those who are hurting with a goal of getting them back to a productive life. Longevity Rehab has built a reputation of trust with their clients from the top down, offering both physical and massage therapy designed to restore, relieve, or maintain a healthy lifestyle. Blue Cross Blue Shield, Humana, Cigna, United Healthcare, Health First, Medicare, and most insurances are accepted. LongevityRehab.com.
To 0. That is your McCall Insurance Agency scoring drive. Gruber squibs that through. It'll be caught around the 10-yard line to the 15, 20, 25, and returned to the 32-yard line, and that's where Homestead will start with second possession of the night.
Yeah, a little squib kick down there and bouncing around, and kept them from getting a big gain out of that. But going back to that score, we talk about Janowski Young. The mentality around here is next man up. When Josh Lansford got hurt, when Lansford stepped out, then Young had to come in. And so far he's done a really admirable job filling in for Lansford.
First down at 10. Lewis fakes the handoff, going to keep it working around the right side. Will look like a block in the back. There's a flag down, 2 flags down, and Lewis will go past the 40 to the 42. This will come back.
Yeah, it's a block in the back, and also it could be a blindside block too, depending on what penalty they choose to take. He had him, but he got blocked right. He got blindsided.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, they're going to call it a blindside block. Good call, GP.
Yeah, that was my observation from up here, is that he got not only blocked in the back, but he got blindsided. Lucky the kid didn't get hurt.
Yeah. That was Brian Carter that took that shot.
Yeah, he took a shot.
So that's going to back the Broncos up past the 20 to the 16-yard line. Lewis, swing pass left side. We'll get to the 20-yard line. Cascudo on the catch for the Broncos. It's going to break it down second and long.
Yeah, Cascudo caught a little swing pass to the outside, and then he made it what he made. He got on his own right there. There's still a long way to go.
Second and 21. Lewis going to send a receiver in motion towards the left side. Looking to throw, steps up in the pocket. He's got time, lets it fly. He's got a receiver downfield, and it's on. It is intercepted. How about E.J. White getting there and making the INT?
I mean, I'm going to tell you what. He not only made it, but he literally was the guy that went right by him. But you know what? He turned on a speed I haven't seen. He caught up with him and made probably his best catch of the season right there in an interception. That was fantastic. Way to go, EJ.
Yeah, using that hurdle speed in the 110 hurdles that he's got the school record on. He turned it on.
He turned it on. It was like, oh, my goodness, this guy's got a step. Whoa, wait a minute. EJ caught him.
So Vero Beach will get the ball at their own 38. Mons looking to set up a screen underneath to Young. Young able to get past the 40 to about the 41-yard line. It'd be about a 3-yard pickup.
Yeah, a little bit of an F screen, they call that. And on that play right there, they didn't get enough. The linebackers were slow. Some of them were dragging slow a little bit. I say slow. They didn't get up there fast. That's the only reason it wasn't a bigger play.
2nd and 7.
Yeah, a little bit of an.
Young will slide over on the right side of Mons. We're at 3:10 and counting in the first quarter. Mons looking to fire. Had his receiver a little high, but it was catchable. It falls incomplete. He was looking for Jacobs.
Yeah, they spread the field out even that time. Jacobs had to go up, but that went right through his hands. And any receiver will tell you that you're going to have to – not every throw is perfect. Not every throw is going to be right in your breadbasket or in your chest or whatever. You're going to have to make catches to the outside. And this young man has good hands, but we've seen him drop balls this year, and he's got a tremendous future.
So it's a 3rd and 7 for Vero. See if they can capitalize on the Homestead turnover with the interception by E.J. White. Mons turns around, going to fire underneath Stinson, get it underneath, turns it upfield. He'll have enough for a first down as he gets to the Bronco 45.
Well, that's a great fake. You're not going to believe this. He rolls to his left, turns back, and Stinson's coming down on a screen pass. What a play by Stinson and Mons.
That's a game day men's health first down. Quick tempo. Jannard Young, swing pass left side, turns it upfield, and he'll get past the 40 to about the Bronco 39 or 38.
They got some momentum here going. They like it. They're doing it. You see they're picking up the pace a little bit, and coach is giving them to get some signals quick, try to get them going up there. And, again, it's 2nd down. You got 2 yards.
2:20 and counting first quarter. It's a 7-0 lead for Vero Beach. Interception by E.J. White to set up this drive. Indians trying to see if they can capitalize and get into pay dirt territory here.
Might try to get him to jump off sides.
Trips to the right side. Handoff, Young off the right side. Young took a shot. Still on his feet, powering his way. And he, with the 2nd and 3rd and 4th effort, got a first down.
Those legs of his, I had the privilege and pleasure of coaching him last year, and I saw the potential this young man had. He just drove, right? You see that. He never quit churning those legs. He's got strong legs. He's got big legs. He's a strong kid, and he's got a great attitude, and he's going to be a tremendous back for us.
That's a game day men's health first down. Clock still winding here with 1:24 left first quarter. Indians will shift personnel around. We'll have 2 backs in the backfield. Play action. Mons looking over the middle of the field. Has his receiver. What a catch. Austin Banshoff.
You see what I'm talking about? Those good receivers can turn back. That ball was thrown behind him. He makes a fantastic catch. Wow. He goes up, turns his shoulder back, and catches that ball right behind him. Wow, what a catch, what a throw. Throw was a little behind him.
It was.
And that was just fantastic catch. Way to go, Austin.
Good athleticism. Banshoff with the catch. Sets up Vero Beach with another first down. That's a game day men's health first. And now a 1st and goal. Home inspections, red zone alert. Four receiver set, twins on either side. Mons, he's looking left, pump fake, now he's looking into the corner, he got a receiver there, it's caught, touchdown, Vero Beach.
You got to be careful over there throwing that ball around. That was Woods, he's a freshman, makes a great catch, but he slammed that ball to the ground. Official could have been unsportsmanlike conduct. I don't like that call because I think a kid has a right to celebrate all he wants to there when you make a catch. That's a freshman, and that's Woods.
Let's check in with Matt.
Yeah, that's exactly what Coach Janowski says. He says when you catch that ball, you go and give it to the ref. You hear me? Now, good catch.
PAT is good by Kynes, and it is a 14-0 lead with 22 seconds remaining first quarter.
Christian FM thanks SOS Pest Services, who know that Florida's warm climate means pests of all types, disrupting our comfort and lifestyle. When it's time to sound the alarm, SOS will send their technicians to promptly deal with the problem, so no more worries about unwanted guests. SOS Pest has a range of services tailored to meet individual needs, serving Orchid, Indian River Shores, North Hutchinson Island, and surrounding areas. Owned and managed by lifetime local pros. Online at sospestservices.com or 772-296-2966.
Christian FM can put this game on the radio thanks to the support of businesses like Chuck Bateman State Farm Insurance in Vero Beach. Chuck's goal is to create an atmosphere where customers can talk about what's important to them. He's also a huge supporter of our local chapter of the Fellowship of Christian Athletes. Chuck's phone is 567-1106 or chuckbatemaninsurance.com.
62 yards, 6 plays, 18-yard reception for Woods. And it is a 14-0 lead now for Vero Beach. 22 seconds still remain in the first quarter, and that is your McCall Insurance Agency scoring drive. Another squib kick by Gruber. Caught around the 30 to the 35. Tripped up around the 40-yard line.
Yeah, again, another one of those little squib kicks that went down. How about Dontel Render coming up making the tackle on that play? Good to be able to say Dontel's name. He's a 10th grader that plays defensive end and tight end.
So you got the Indians leading by 14 points now. So the Broncos now find themselves in a little bit of a pickle here, or a hole, with 14 seconds left in the first quarter, down by a couple of touchdowns. They're going to start from their own 40-yard line. Handoff's going to go right side. And not much going there, maybe about a 1-yard gain for Morrison.
A nice job by Rivers as he comes flying up there. Afion comes flying in there and makes that tackle for a yard gain.
That's going to do it for the end of the first quarter. Vero Beach, with a couple of scores, is leading 14-0. Second quarter's coming up.
Gino's Nutrition Shop carries a wide selection of safe supplements for athletes no matter their age, especially regular gym goers. I'm Gino, and we love supporting the Fighting Indians. Our supplements work for muscle recovery, hydration, focus, immunity health, along with grab-and-go meals. At Gino's Nutrition Shop in Miracle Mile, our customers are family.
Christian FM thanks Paris Family Chiropractic for their support. Dr. Matt Paris is a longtime resident of Vero Beach and a former quarterback for the Fighting Indians. Just like our Fighting Indians work hard for the win, Dr. Paris works hard for a patient's well-being. From proper alignment to good nutrition, Dr. Paris helps patients achieve the win. Paris Family Chiropractic. When the spine is in line, everything is fine. 299-4649 or parisfamilychiro.com.
Ready to start the second quarter here. Paul Tipton, Gary Paris, Derek West, Matt Paris, Don Dexter here tonight. Week 3 of high school football in Vero Beach, hosting Homestead here at the Citrus Bowl. Next week, Vero Beach on the road, first district game. Make sure you note this. It's on a Thursday night. So we'll have some Thursday night football next week as we travel down to Port St. Lucie to take on Centennial. 14-0 lead for Vero Beach against Homestead as we start the second quarter. Homestead on second down looking to throw, and ball is knocked down. Boy, that could have almost been intercepted for E.J. White. Would have been the second of the night. It hit him right in the breadbasket.
Well, it was a blitz. It was a corner blitz. The blitz from the outside. He cheated up. Bam, he exploded through there. All sees about 6'3", and he jumps really high.
Yeah.
He batted that ball down right there. Brings up 3rd and 9.
He jumped so high, it hit him right in the gut.
Yeah. Yeah.
So 3rd and long for the Broncos with a 4-receiver set. Lewis pressured out of the pocket. He wants to try to run, see if he can get to that first down marker, and I think he did. Oh, and now a flag's going to help as it took a shot out of bounds. You have to play smart.
Yeah, you got when he commits, when he already he went out. He committed to go out of bounds. Yeah. Your momentum may carry. You got to figure a way of stopping. You can't hit him when he hits that white. That's a 15-yard penalty. That's just a mental mistake there. You already see the guy's already going out, and I understand the enthusiasm. You want to get over and you want to get a hit. but not a hit that it's late.
Yeah. And that's not even like debatable. It's not even close.
No,
I mean, he was 2 steps out of bounds.
Yeah, he was already in that little, right at the end of the white part of the field on the sideline.
So that'll be Homestead's first down of the night. It puts the ball at the 34. Keeper by Lewis off the left side will get past the 30 down to about the 28, 27-yard line.
And Malachi Lewis that time faked the handoff to his running back there, who was Ronnie, I believe, Tree Thornton III. That's the coach's son on that play, and he made a good fake on that, and he was able to pick up 5 yards.
Trips right side, a single on the left. Lewis going to send a receiver in motion now. He'll go back. Trying to go over the field. Oh, wow. Receiver had a step on our defender. That was Pinson, and it was overthrown by Lewis, thankfully for Vero Nation.
Wow, that was Mike Bell. Mike read it, and he tried to cut in, and it was just a beautiful throw. It was over his head, though, but it was a beautiful throw there. And what Mike did, he tried to cut the angle on that play, I believe.
So it brings up 3rd down and 5. $11:06 to go, second quarter. Whistle and timeout by Homestead will stop play. We'll step aside. Vero leads 14-0.
Summers in Florida mean hot weather with lots of rain. Having gutters that work well is a must for most homes. Thanks to Able Gutter Services for their partnership. They provide premium products crafted to ensure customer satisfaction while protecting from water damage and maintaining structural integrity. Able Gutter Services in Indian River, St. Lucie, and Brevard County. Their number is 772-766-2554.
Durfee's Heating and Cooling, a longtime friend and supporter of Christian FM. Durfee's Heating and Cooling offers air conditioning repairs, maintenance, and new installations. Family owned and operated, serving the Treasure Coast area. Durfee's Heating and Cooling, 772-971-5884.
Timeout taken by Homestead. Talk some things over as the Broncos are down by a couple of touchdowns. They're looking at a 3rd down and 5. Now they're in Vero territory, the 29. Got to believe this will be 2-down territory for the Broncos here.
I would think so, too.
They're going to go with a 5-receiver set. And now they'll slide a receiver back at the running back. Keeper by Lewis. Lewis, he got bottled up by his own player, and the defense saw it and killed it.
I tell you, I guess if Deuce Montgomery, and you got a guy over him, and he pushes you back, and you run into your quarterback, then Bobby Burdick comes from the other side, you're in trouble.
Yep. So now it's 4th down, and it looks like the Broncos may try a field goal here.
It'll be about a 48-yarder.
Yep, Lima looking to set up for a field goal try. Got an official timeout.
Yeah, they want to make sure they get both officials when he lined up here.
So we're looking at a 47-yard field goal try here by Adrian Lima for Homestead. High snap, but the ball is down. The ball guy, I think, got partially blocked.
It was a wobbly kick. It may have got a hand on it some way on that, but the Indians will take over from that spot where it was snapped from.
So Vero Beach able to dodge a small bullet of sorts.
Oh, it went in it comes up.
So it would basically be a touchback here, and we'll go to the 20-yard line. So Vero Beach will get it from their own 20. But they're up by a couple of touchdowns, and right now Vero's offense, Gary, looking in rhythm.
They look good. That's the whole thing about getting everybody in. You got to be in sync as your receivers. You got to be in sync with your quarterback, your running backs, got to be in sync with the offensive line and the plays, the pulls. And right now they look good, and they have good. And the quarterback has a good rhythm going.
Want to welcome everybody that's listening by radio, online, watching on video at our YouTube channel, Vero Nation Network. If you want to see replays of this ball game, you can join our membership, so make sure to do that sometime through the course of this evening. It'll be 1st down and 10 for Vero Beach. Start from their own 20-yard line, up by 14. Mons looking right, pressure coming, and he will go down with the sack. Could not get out of it.
No, there was a blitz, a delayed blitz from the right side. What he did was that he didn't see it, didn't sense it, and one of the linemen did not slide over to pick up on that play. When you've got some new bodies in there, sometimes there's a miscommunication. That time they ran a delayed blitz, and Tiari Miller was the delayed. He just hesitated to count, and then he took off, and he was able to get Mons on a sack.
Lose 7 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 17. Two receivers on either side. Mons looking. Got time. Set up a screen underneath. Boy, that ball looked like it was almost intercepted by one of the defensive linemen.
I think I was right. I was thinking that it was going to be to E.J. White, but the linebacker was more or less standing right there. And I think you hit it nail on the head. I think he dropped it. It went right through his hands. Dwayne Johnson. The Little Rock, probably.
So the clock stops at 9:17 on the incompletion.
It's a big third down,
yeah,
Paul.
it is. It's 3rd and 17, and you're backed up to your own 13-yard line. Mons from the gun. Here comes the blitz. He's got to get rid of it. He doesn't see that blitz come again from the blind side.
Yeah, that's something Lenny's going to have to work with. Is again, you've got nobody on that the left side. They cover you man to man all the way across. In other words, they'll put 1-2, and on that play, the corner has got the outside guy, and the safety came flying in there on the blitz.
So E.J. White will come to punt the ball away from his own end zone. Gets the punt up. Will be caught around the 42-yard line. Return will stop around the 35. All right, so there was a lot of rhythm and momentum going for Vero Beach, and all of a sudden now Gary just kind of feels like the brakes got put on.
Well, you got to give credit to the defense. He had run two blitz that nobody picked up. And they were blindside blitz. When I say that, is that he's looking to his right, and they both came from the left, our left and their right side. But it was, again, well timed.
Handoff, reverse, looking to pass, throws it downfield. It's going to be a jump ball.
No,
and it will be incomplete. Boy, it almost looked like it was going to be caught by the receiver, but a good job by our defense to strip the ball out of his hands.
Well, I tell you what, that was a Hail Mary. It was a reverse handoff, and I thought we were going to get him back there, and the receiver's hurt. He is upset, and he jumped up, and again, he came down awkwardly, but again, the White was standing back there. I believe it was White or one of the defenders that was back there did a good job of jumping up with him and stripping the ball. You got to love the effort. You got to love the call. It was.
Well, yeah. I mean, why not? I mean, at this stage, what do you have to lose?
Yeah, their player.
You're down by a couple of touchdowns. You got to try something.
Yeah, their player right now is Marcus Williams is the injured player.
He's off the field, and the offensive line is ready to go. Skill players are making their way out on the field for Homestead. It'll be 2nd and 10. 8:21 to go, second quarter. And the defense for Vero Beach been doing a good job so far of holding things in check against this Bronco offense. Toss is going to go left side. Get to about the 29-yard line.
That's a quick toss to the left side, and you saw the linebackers, defensive backs react to that play. Did a good job. I'll tell you, he came off that special teams play, and he's playing some heck of a ball. That's Xavier Stuckey is one of the guys out there that made that hit tackle on the punt, and then makes a tackle there.
3rd and 5. Lewis wants to throw, pressured out of the pocket. He voids the pressure, throws it downfield, and a good job to break it up. Is that EJ in there again?
That's EJ.
Yeah.
He's about the only guy out there that can jump that high and knock it down. Great job by Malachi Lewis as he was able to roll his way back out. I thought we had him sacked twice, and he rolled himself around, and he was able to throw that ball downfield. And EJ makes a great play to knock it down.
So it's a 4th and 5. You're at the opponent's 29-yard line. So
it's a good call.
Coach Thornton is going to go for it here on 4th and 5.
So you need 5 yards.
Receiver's going to go in motion wide to the right. Lewis steps up, fires. Receiver bobbled it, then caught it, turns it upfield. 10, 5, and he'll score.
Good play, good call, good catch, and a good run afterwards.
That's Harper on the catch.
Yes, he bobbled the catch after he caught it. He went up, he caught it, he bobbled it, and an Indian had hit him but could not bring him down at that point, and he just spun around and went into the end zone. So that closes the gap now down to 14-6. We'll see what happens on the extra point.
Yeah, Lima coming out for the PAT. Kick is up, and it's good. Broncos on the board. They have gotten a little closer, but Vero still has a 1-touchdown lead in the second quarter.
On Point Dental Care of Vero Beach is a modern dental facility bringing dental care in the traditional sense. At On Point Dental Care, we utilize infection control techniques and the newest technologies to ensure our patients' oral health and well-being is tailored to their needs. Online at onpointdentalcare.com. We support the Fighting Indians. Headquarters Barbershop is a locally owned and operated barbershop and a proud supporter of the Fighting Indians and Christian FM sports, offering haircuts, beard trims, shampoos, massages, and more. From the kids' first haircut to adults looking for a trim, HeadquartersBB.com for online booking makes it easy to schedule your next haircut. Headquarters Barbershop, open Tuesday through Saturday, HeadquartersBB.com.
So 35 yards and 4 plays. It's a 29-yard reception for Harper, who bobbled it. It almost counts like 2 receptions, the way he bobbled it and then caught it again and then ran for the touchdown. Nonetheless, it's a touchdown, and it makes it a 14-7 score. Vero Beach still with the lead, 7:27 to go in this second quarter. Broncos get set for the kickoff with Lima. He's going to kick it high. Returnable at the 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Spins to about the 28-yard line. Now late flag's going to come in.
And that was thrown on number, I believe that's going to be on Broncos. 40 pushed his hand in the face. Is what I think they're going to call. They're going to say he pushed it. Yeah.
So, Vero Beach will get the ball somewhere around about the 45, I believe.
Yep, that was a unnecessary. The play was already over, and the spirit of the game had not slowed down yet. He took a pot shot at one of our guys in the face.
Spotted at the 44 of Vero Beach. First down and 10 for Vero with a 14-7 lead.
Got to figure out, Paul, a way to answer the last touchdown. We need a score here.
They're going to send 3 receivers on the left, a single to the right, one back in the backfield on first down, play action, fire over. Oh, well, Williams open, and he'll have enough for a first down, picks up about 13 yards on the catch.
That was one of those quick hitch slants and he stopped, threw the ball quick. Now you see the rhythm right there, how fast he got it out of his hands and into the Williams' hands. Lorenzo then catches it and picks up probably about 15 yards.
That's a game day men's health first down. Into Broncos territory at the 42. Handoff, Young runs into one person, spins out of it, but he could not get away from the second and third defenders and get back to the line of scrimmage for no gain.
Yeah, that was great job of getting across that line of scrimmage by their defensive back there, or their Dwayne Johnson, their linebacker. He does a great job of wrapping him up and holding him to no gain at all.
Clock continues to roll here at 6:18 and counting, second quarter. Vero Beach on a second down and 10. With 4 receivers set up. Handoff's going to go Young, working off the left side, dragging a defender with him. He'll cross the 40 to the 39.
Yeah, he didn't get a lot of help on that one. That one was just their defense did a good job of getting and hitting the gaps on that one, and he just did not get we didn't get that surge that we've been getting there, allowing him to find a seam to get in the gap there to run. Big third down here, Paul.
It is. It's third down and 7. Mons awaits. He's going to take a quick look at the sideline. On the snap, Mons pump fakes, pressure's coming. He steps up out. He's going to run this time, left side, and he'll lunge towards the first down marker. He'll be real close.
Our coach on Tuesday nights at Caps once told us, there's not a 4th and short I don't like. I love them all.
Well, we're about to see one right here.
A water break came in.
It is a water break at 5:07 here in the second quarter. We'll step aside. Vero leads 14-7.
Masters Academy has excelled in biblical worldview education from pre-K through 12th grade since 1998. Alongside their quality college prep education, Masters Academy offers multiple self-paced high school programs, blending academic education with specialized trade skills. Masters Academy is located at the corner of 58th Avenue and 12th Street in Vero Beach. For more information about obtaining a Christ-centered education, contact Masters Academy at info@mastersvb.org.
This is Fighting Indians football on the Vero Nation Network, brought to you by Ohana Water Systems.
Back here in the second quarter, and it is looks like they're going to, did they give him the first down? They gave him the first down during the break here, so they took a look at it, talked it over, and said, yep, it was enough for a first down. So good job by Champ Mons with his feet to get a first down. That's a game day men's health first.
Yeah, we saw him lunge, and the official gave him where he put that ball on that lunge that time, and it was close. I didn't think it was going to be a yard short. I thought it would be close.
So on 1st and 10, Mons will roll to his right, looking to throw, fires. He's got Stinson over there. Stinson turns it upfield, 20, 15, 10, hurdles to the 5.
Wow, that's that rollout to the right, and what you're doing is you're looking. He's got a wide stick route to the outside, and he has been open a couple times. He catches that ball, then he goes into his what I call the athletic moves of a receiver.
First and goal, so that is a first and goal. Home inspections red zone alert now at the 5-yard line.
And a first and goal. Yeah.
And a first and goal. Going to set up trips to the left side. And whistle from the back judge is going to be delay.
Defense may have had 12 men.
Defense had 12 men. Illegal substitution. All right, so we'll go to the 2.5.
Somebody's got to come off, boys. You get another one. Let's see. I haven't seen a body. Well, maybe the one did come off.
First and goal from the 2.
There it is. Nobody came off. Nobody came off. I can't believe the coach didn't bring somebody off.
That is kind of odd. That is very odd.
He better count them over there.
Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
There you go, 12.
12.
Yeah, now he comes off. But I can't believe the coach didn't pull him off.
When you get the first one, somebody ought to be over there counting.
It's kind of like slapping you upside the head. Said, what is it? What?
Right. So now the ball at the 1. Handoff, Young off the left side. Touchdown, Vero Beach.
Janowski Young gets his second touchdown of the night on about a 1 yard. Good job blocking on that left side, Paul. They did a good job of coming across there and doing a good job. Romeo Vargas, O'Shea Wright, Corbin Phillips. That was a good job on that left side.
A drive that started from our own 44-yard line, and some penalties along the way helped move this drive along. Good play by Stenson to set us up in the 5, first and goal, and a missed extra point.
Let me say this real quick before you go to break. Sam Kynes has got a pulled muscle, and he pulled it after the first game, and he really wanted to take – he needs a game off possibly because it hurts him. I was talking to him, and he said he can't follow through. He can't do anything but just kick it and hope it goes through.
So 56 yards and 5 plays. And a 1-yard run by Janowski Young that gets his second rushing touchdown of the evening. Makes it 20-7 lead now for Vero Beach. That is your McCall Insurance Agency scoring drive. As Gruber will come out to kick the ball away. He's been doing the kickoff duties. Vero has installed this squib kick over trying to go deep or even trying to go with the pooch kick. This time they're going to go with pooch. Right around the 32-yard line. There was no fair catch called, and so that's where the ball will land, and that's where the Indians will stop them, and it will be where the Broncos will set up.
Yeah, that's, again, Gruber is normally backs up Sam Kynes, but because of that pulled groin muscle, all he's doing right now is extra points, and he just can't get that follow through. He told me, and it hurts. So he needs to have a break somewhere, an open date or a game where we can score 1,000 points and he doesn't have to kick.
First down and 10. Keeper Lewis going to pitch it out right side to his running back. He's going to get to the 40, get to the edge, and that will be a nice pickup for the Broncos. That's Cascudo.
That's an old school option run right there, brother. That was old school right there. That looked good. He did a good job. He carried it out, and then the running back, he just flipped it out to his running back, and, man, he picks up 7 yards on the play. Haven't seen that option run a long time.
We got 3:48 to go here in the second quarter, so when we come up to halftime, it'll be the Genesis Church halftime show featuring women of the Fighting Indians with host Bobby Parris. That'll be coming up in just a little bit here as we still got 3:48 to go here in this first half of play. Handoff, working off the right side, shakes off a couple of tackles, and that is Morrison, and he'll get enough for a Bronco first down.
Yeah, he had a couple black jerseys wrapped around him at one time, and he was able to break loose and get that first down. So that's good running on his part.
Picks up 5. The ball at the Bronco 44. Clock continues to roll here, 3:20 and counting. Broncos will send 3 receivers to the left side and a little bit of a bunch. Lewis fires. Oh, that ball was picked around.
No, incomplete.
Bounced all over the place like a pinball. Boy, Burbick had his hands on it. Almost was going to be an interception. Wow.
I believe it was Burbick that tipped it. I believe that was.
Yes.
I know Alford came in from the right side on a blitz that time, and Burbick, I think, bounced that thing up in the air, and it landed. It looked like it landed in one of their linemen's hands, but no glory there. He dropped it.
You had Burbick there. You had Rivers there. And then one of the offensive linemen for the Broncos. Second down. Lewis fires. Receiver falling out of bounds, able to keep his toes in.
Good catch. Wow.
A little better than the Ravens receiver last night, huh?
Yeah, Mets Marquise Williams. Yeah, he had a toe on the line. That was a good catch. Good throw by Malachi Lewis on that play.
3:01 left in this first half of play. It's a 20-7 lead, Vero Beach over Homestead. Broncos will send 3 receivers on the right side this time. It's going to be a handoff. And that'll push ahead for about another 5 yards, and that'll be enough for a first down.
It is.
And it's Cascudo again with the carry.
You've got 2 timeouts left in this half by the Broncos. They get the ball to start the third quarter with. So the Indians got to find a way to stop them here. You've got to get a way to get the ball back in your hands, and you don't want them to go in with momentum and then get the ball back, start the third quarter.
2:33 and counting. First down and 10. Broncos in Indian territory. Lewis firing, looking for his receiver. Oh, boy, Bell had a beeline on it and went right through his hands. Boy, that was a fire by Lewis.
You heard us all go, woo, like that. Well, that was because we saw Bell jump that route, and he had it right. It went right through his hands. Man, that would have been another interception. That young man really is playing some ball.
Boy, Lewis fired that ball.
He did, didn't he? Brings up 2nd and 10.
Lewis looking for that sideline again. And this one will go incomplete. Never had a chance with his receiver. 3rd and 10.
Yeah, he was being well covered that time by Drayton, Jarvis Drayton. Did a good.
.219, the clock stops on the incompletion. It's a 22-7 lead for Vero Beach. And a 3rd and 10 coming up for the Broncos at the Vero 45. Lewis trying to step up into the pocket now, flushed out to the right, trying to go for the marker, and we'll get to the sideline. It won't get to the first down mark, but he did pick up a good 6-7 yards on the play.
Yeah, Jarvis Drayton comes up with another tackle. Our statistician, Don Dexter, just reminded us they're without Cortez Mills. They're number one. He's a legitimate 4-star receiver.
Broncos now looking at 4th down and 3. Ball at the Vero Beach 38. They'll send 3 receivers left side, 2 on the right side. Empty backfield for Lewis. He's got time, fires over the middle of the field. Receiver wide open to the 20, 15, 10, 5. Score it. That is Harper with his 2nd touchdown of the night.
Well, who needs Cortez Mills when you got a guy like that catching the ball?
Hold on. We got a flag. We might have this, might be coming back.
It'll still be probably a first down because where they penalize them, they go 15 yards, but it's 2 minutes left to go in this half.
So looking at a block in the back that will negate the touchdown.
Yeah, I just saw it on instant replay. You could see it.
So the ball will be spotted at 20, where it's first down and 10 for Homestead.
Boy, Mills can rope the ball.
Yeah, he can.
I mean,
2 minutes to go.
Lewis, I mean,
second quarter. Lewis rolls to his left, looking downfield. He's going to have a receiver over there. He was not going to, even if he caught it, he was going to be out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Second down and 10. Clock stopped at 1:53.
They call him Bubba. That's his nickname. Bubba Lewis. Malachi Bubba Lewis. He wants to be, throws the ball that good, he can call it anything he wants.
Second down and 10. And they're just going to spread it out. 5 receivers, 4 left side. Harper, the lone receiver on the right. Keeper, Lewis. They only pick up a couple.
They're going to have, I don't have to call a timeout yet, but they're getting close to it. You don't want to, it's third down and about 8 yards to go.
That's an interesting call. I mean, I get it. You're hoping you maybe catch the
quarterback
defense
draw.
off. Yeah.
You count the number of guys in the box. I've heard Matt say this over the years. And if there's a certain number in it, you're going to run the ball.
3rd and 8. Lewis fires over the field. And I believe it was caught. If it was, it's at the 9-yard line. And it will be a catch.
And a first down.
And a first down.
That's a great catch. Good route coming across on a dig route.
Cascudo there on the catch. Picks up 9. The ball will be spotted at the 9.
He went down low to get that.
He did.
He made it a good catch. That's a hard catch.
And the clock continues to roll here. 50 seconds.
I think they believe they can score, and they have 2 timeouts left, so they don't want Vero to have any time left on the clock. If they really get comfortable, they can score.
3 receivers send out to the left side. Toss is going to go left side, trying to get to the edge. Turn it upfield. Got inside the 5-yard line, about the 4. And that is Smith on the carry.
Now they're going to call timeout.
Stop the clock at 19 seconds.
And they got 1 left.
Alford makes that tackle over there.
Yeah.
As you would expect.
That's a good tackle. I thought he was going to cut and make it.
I did too. I thought he was going to cut back and walk into the end zone, but a good job by our defense to hold the lanes and make the tackle.
This is a tough call because it's second down rather, and you've got 3 yards to go, and you got 19 seconds, and you got 1 timeout left. So if you run it, you're going to, if you get tackled, you got to then use your next timeout up because you got to hurry up and get up there, and you can't run up there and spike it because then it comes 4th down. And so this is an interesting call right here. This is a kind of a call that you put that coach on the spot right here and know what he's going to do, what he would do. I think he's going to try to run the ball real quick and call timeout if he doesn't get it.
It'll be a second down and
that would be my first guess.
Yeah, second and goal from the 3. There's 19 seconds. Homestead's got 1 timeout remaining in this half. They'll tighten up the formation. Up under center this time is Lewis. He's going to turn, hand off right side, and the back is in, and that was Williams with the carry.
They had a good surge. They had a good push there, and on the right side, and you just kind of, felt like, hey, if I don't get it, I'll call timeout, and depending on where we go, and then we could go for another. We can go for a yard, but they got it on that play.
Lima will try the extra point here. Kick is up, and it is good.
Well, he's got a strong leg.
20-14. Vero still on top.
Ohana Water Systems is proud to partner with Christian FM. Hi, I'm Mikey, owner of Ohana Water Systems. We've created a technology that takes city and even well water and turn it into drinkable, pH-balanced, remineralized alkaline water throughout the entire house. Our system also protects the plumbing and appliances from hard water damage. No obligation consultations and water testing available. Online at ohanawatersystems.com.
Hi, JW here from Barker Air Conditioning and Heating, serving the Indian River County area since 1959 and supporting fighting Indian sports for decades. We're known for being HVAC specialists for installation and service. Local, licensed, and insured, Barker is a trained comfort specialist that services all makes and models. BarkerAC.com.
WSCF Vero Beach, Christian FM.
68 yards, 13 plays, and it is Williams with a 3-yard run. And Homestead edges a little closer to Vero Beach with that score late here in the second quarter, 20-14. 15 seconds remain before halftime. That is your McCall Insurance Agency scoring drive. Lima will get set to kick off for the Broncos. This one's going to go high, might go out of bounds.
It does.
And it will. So there will be your penalty.
On the 35-yard line and no time off the clock.
We could decline if we wanted to.
Yeah, we could. And make them kick it again? No, right. I think we take the ball on the 35. We got 3 timeouts. Now you take it on the 35 and try to get up the sideline, try to spend in the 5 seconds, try to get something down the sideline or get out of bounds. Or you can get up the middle, get a middle throw, catch it, call timeout once you hit the ground.
First down and 10. Vero will have our 4-receiver set. Twins on either side. Jannard Young in the backfield. He's got 2 rushing touchdowns on the night. He'll shift to the left side. Williams in motion. Bonds takes the snap, looks. He's wanting to fire downfield. He's got a receiver down the sideline. There was all kinds of push. Wow. I mean, that wasn't even like just run into somebody. That was a push.
Wow. I thought he was going to grab his flag, and he didn't.
Holy cow. Really? I mean, you watch it. He just pushed him right down.
Lenny's going crazy. He is absolutely going crazy. You can't push the guy out of the way and not have a penalty. But hey,
wow.
From our angle, it looked like a penalty. From his angle down there, he didn't see it. That's the kindest I've ever been to an official.
I believe that's right. I believe you are correct on that, Gary. Well done. 8 seconds to go.
I mean, Lenny can be upset all he wants. They're not going to reverse that call.
No,
but
they're not.
I agree with you guys, but I just think what the officials saw may be something different.
So, again, from our own 35, 2nd and 10. White's going to go in motion to the left side. Swing pass going to go left side. Williams trying to turn it upfield. He'll get past midfield, and that will do it for the first half of play. So Vero Beach offensively has looked much better starting out of the gate here tonight. Jannard Young with a couple of rushing touchdowns. And then you got Woods with an 18-yard reception.
And I'll tell you what, Woods a freshman. He's got probably about 3 or 4 catches tonight. And you got Stinson that's playing fantastic.
All right, let's go check in with Matt, who's got Coach Jay.
Hey, Coach, I'm going to give you 10 seconds just because I'm with you on a couple of bad referee calls right there. But, hey, the first half, for the most part, 5 possessions, 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, I mean, we just got to play better complementary football. We got to kick extra points. We got to get them off the field on fourth down. I think they've converted 2 fourth downs there. We got opportunities for picks, big plays on defense, and we're just not doing it. And so here we are in a dogfight again. They're a heck of a team. You get opportunities, we got to take advantage. So hopefully the second half, we talk about it. Our guys are playing really, really hard. I'm super proud, but we just got to clean some things up and get it done.
Okay, thanks, Coach. Appreciate it. All right, back to you guys.
Broncos will get the ball to start the third quarter, but right now the Indians will go into the locker room with a 20-14 lead. We've got the Genesis Church of Vero Beach halftime show coming up featuring women of the Fighting Indians. This is Fighting Indians football.
Hi, Vero Beach. I'm Frank Stora from Tom Collins Insurance. Born and raised right here and a former Fighting Indian, I'm very proud to support this team and this great community. Tom Collins Insurance has been locally owned and operated right here since 1989. We are Vero. For all your insurance needs, my number is 772-778-9222. Go.
Christian FM thanks Paris Family Chiropractic for their support. Dr. Matt Paris is a longtime resident of Vero Beach and a former quarterback for the Fighting Indians. Just like our Fighting Indians work hard for the win, Dr. Paris works hard for a patient's well-being. From proper alignment to good nutrition, Dr. Paris helps patients achieve the win. Paris Family Chiropractic. When the spine is in line, everything is fine. 299-4649 or parisfamilychiro.com.
Hi, Derek West here from the Genesis Church of Vero Beach. We are proud supporters of Fighting Indians football and Vero Beach athletics. We invite you to join us this Sunday at 9:15 for our services. If you can't join us in person, please visit us online at gcvero.com. Genesis Church of Vero Beach, place of love where honest men are known and unafraid to love the hardest on. Visit us at gcvero.com.
Cafe 66, located on US 1 just south of 8th Street. At Cafe 66, our breakfast menu is all about variety. From biscuits and gravy to country fried steak and eggs to Nutella stuffed French toast. Our lunch and dinner menus have something for everyone, from barbecue platters to unique burgers. Our hours online at cafe66vero.com. We proudly support the Fighting Indians.
Headquarters Barbershop is a locally owned and operated barbershop and a proud supporter of the Fighting Indians and Christian FM sports, offering haircuts, beard trims, shampoos, massages, and more. From the kids' first haircut to adults looking for a trim, HeadquartersBB.com for online booking makes it easy to schedule your next haircut. Headquarters Barbershop, open Tuesday through Saturday, HeadquartersBB.com.
Welcome to the Fighting Indians halftime show, brought to you by Genesis Church. Here's your host, Bobby Paris.
Welcome to Women of the Fighting Indians, where we get a woman's perspective on Friday night under the lights in Vero Beach. I'm Bobby Paris, and my guest this evening is the beautiful Callista Benjamin. Welcome, Callista.
Thank you for having me, Bobby.
Callista is the mom to number 24, Kevin Benjamin. He is our starting hybrid player, which means Kevin plays both D-back and linebacker. Kevin is very quick. He reacts very fast, and his desire to get in there and make the tackle is fearless. That's great. But this is about you, Callista. So tell us about yourself.
So I was born and raised in Vero Beach back in 1984. And I was able to go to Vero Beach High School until 10th grade, in which I moved to Brevard, North Carolina in 2000. There I met my husband in high school. And then we started our family. We have 6 beautiful children, starting with our oldest, David. And he is now a freshman in college at Kaiser University. And we have Kevin, who is a senior at Vero. We have Jayla. She is in 11th grade, and she's a varsity cheerleader for Vero. We also have Sonia, and she just started middle school at Storm Grove. And then we have Linda, and she goes to Glendale. She's in 4th grade. And we have little brother, AJ, who is in 1st grade now. From there in North Carolina, David and I moved to Florida for our first try of my hometown back in 2014. And unfortunately, his father had passed away during the time, so we went back north to North Carolina a year later. Took time to set his mother and make sure that she was settled and taken care of. And we did 5 wonderful years in North Carolina with the boys and the kids in middle school, and a lot of good foundational work there. And then in 2020, when the pandemic hit, we were at a place in life that we wanted the kids and the boys, especially at that going into high school, to have more opportunity, as they've fought for so long as through youth for the things they wanted to accomplish. We just felt like there was more opportunity, and we were ready to come back to Vero to give them that opportunity again. And that's when we moved back to Vero in 2020. And as far as for my employment, so for a living, I have been in the service industry my whole entire life. My actual first job was at Cap's Pizza, and I was 15 years old, and I served tables. And I've never left the business since then. I've tried a few times, but it's just my personality, and it's what I love to do. I'm currently working at Tui's Downtown, which is the new restaurant on 13th Avenue. It's really nice, super neat, as I see Vero downtown grow past 14th Avenue. Now we got 13th Avenue. So that's what I do for a living. And my husband, David, is a pool tech. So he's been in the pool business for going on 5 years now. And it's his happy place. He's a Pisces, so he likes water. And yes, and I see now that he's doing the pools, how much he absolutely loves it.
Okay, Callista, how long have you been a football mom?
I have been a football mom for 14 years strong.
Wow, and I'm going to tell you, you've got a house full of kids, so somebody's playing some sport, I would think, all the time. Did you grow up around sports?
I was growing up in a sports family, absolutely.
But you told me you didn't play sports, but you were that 12th man in the huddle.
Absolutely. I was raised to be a great fan.
There you go, great Indian fan, too. Does Kevin play any other sports?
Yes, he is also a wrestler.
And I think you told me your oldest one is wrestling at Kaiser, or wanting to.
He is, yes, absolutely.
Does he have any other interests besides football, that, and this probably may, or even sports, that we may not know about?
Kevin is actually becoming quite an avid chess player. Yes, and it's really interesting because you can play it like checkers if you don't really grasp the game, but Kevin grasps the game on another level, and it's like a whole new level of competition in his life, so he's constantly bringing people to the house to challenge them to a game of chess.
Oh my goodness, chess is something, I tell you, and they have that little clock going, the little timer.
Oh, yeah, it's so fun. It's so fun to see like competition in different forms around, so it's really nice.
I think that challenges the mind too, so I think that's really good. You also told me he does something else with younger kids.
Oh, absolutely. Kevin is consistently staying outside with the kids of the neighborhood, teaching them how to play football, how to run slots, do this, fall back. I mean, whatever the terminology is, Kevin, I mean, there has to be at least 7 to 10 kids in the neighborhood all the time, and he doesn't mind at all. He loves to be around the kids and teach them.
He sounds like he could be a natural coach.
Yes, absolutely.
Women of Fighting Indians football will continue right after this.
Hi, Derek West here from the Genesis Church of Vero Beach. We are proud supporters of Fighting Indians football and Vero Beach athletics. We invite you to join us this Sunday at 9:15 for our services. If you can't join us in person, please visit us online at gcvero.com. Genesis Church of Vero Beach, place of love where honest men are known and unafraid to love the hardest home. Visit us at gcvero.com.
Hi, JW here from Barker Air Conditioning and Heating, serving the Indian River County area since 1959 and supporting Fighting Indian sports for decades. We're known for being HVAC specialists for installation and service. Local, licensed, and insured, Barker is a trained comfort specialist that services all makes and models. BarkerAC.com.
The Fighting Indians rely on teamwork, and so does Christian FM. One of those teammates is Scott Sporting Goods. Scott Sporting Goods features an array of sporting equipment, including clothes and shoes. They are also the ones that fit our Fighting Indians broadcast team with the Fighting Indians apparel. Located in downtown Vero Beach, 1407 20th Street. Their phone number is 778-0661. Thanks to Scott Sporting Goods.
The Fighting Indians halftime show is brought to you by Genesis Church. Once again, Bobby Paris.
I'm Bobby Paris, and my guest this evening is the beautiful Callista Benjamin. Callista, you are one busy lady. You have 8 people at home, counting you and your husband. You have the family, the home, the job, the football games, and every other extracurricular activity between August and December, and then we always have to have those holidays in there. That's just life. How do you manage to keep organized?
After many years of being a mother and doing the things, I learned to take the pressure off of myself and just live my everyday like a football game, just play by play.
I love that analogy. Yes. So you have actual plays. Tell me how your day, especially on a Friday, begins and what time and how you just, like you said, play by play.
So you got your things that are definitely scheduled. You got to get up at, 6:30, get the middle schooler off, and then get the elementary kids on the bus, and then make sure the husband's blessed and packed off for his day. And then I do take my little bit of time in the morning, play my little game, have some quiet time, get woke up, and then hit the ground running. Start with the house cleaning. I'm always on standby for Kevin as he's needing, he left his girdle, or he lost his glove somewhere maybe, or... he'd have a headache. I'll bring him some Tylenol. He needs a Gatorade. So I just stay on standby and doing laundry, laying out everybody's game day clothes. So when they come home, it's literally laid out, head to toe, every single one in the family. Yeah, so it's fun. And then we just get ready to roll into the night, and we go to the football game, and we bring the little ones, and, they see their friends and their co-athletes that they play ball with and whatnot. And then we go home after the game, and we watch it again on YouTube and eat pizza.
I think that's great. You are making some wonderful memories. And I know that then Saturday morning you can maybe sleep in a little bit. And I don't think there's rest for a house full of 8 people.
That's why you got to go play by play.
All right. Do you get help with the chores and cooking?
I absolutely do. So all the kids have been raised to have responsibilities. Yeah. So, they clean their rooms. They do laundry, they do the dishes, they feed the dog, they cut the grass, they sweep the floors, they vacuum. So we all work together as a unit because the more hands that we have, the sooner it can get done and we can enjoy ourselves.
What would Kevin's go-to meal be?
I would say it would have to be some kind of chicken fajita rice bowl with like black beans and queso. Just something warm, heavy, and...
Comfort.
Yeah, comfort food is Kevin.
How is Kevin in the classroom?
Kevin has always been an exceptional student since he was really young. It still plays out today. He's never been the kid that needed to really study for a test. And when he's there, he can hear it, he can absorb it, and it sticks. And he retains, and he's been a great student. He's, from elementary on through, he's got honor rolls, and yeah, he's a good student.
I think that's great, and it sounds like he is very in tune to what he needs in order to get into college and what it's going to take to be successful. Good parenting. Absolutely. Good parenting.
Go Dad.
Go Dad.
Go Dad on that.
All right there. Has he talked about what school he would like to attend, and does he have any idea what he would like to do besides play football?
Here with his oldest brother just going to Kaiser, and Kevin's been out there with us on move-in day and getting to see like the college experience before getting there, which he's seen a lot of first through his brother. This is another. So he's interested in going to Kaiser. He sees that they have the full athletic programs for him to be able to play his sports and get his degree that he would like, and also be the comfort of his brother being there and so on.
If you could have a Callista day, just you, what would that look like?
So I do get my Callista Day, and it's once a year, and it's called Mother's Day. And I came to terms with this about 7 probably years ago, that Mother's Day, instead of gifts and all the razzle-dazzle, Mom just wants to have her day in her room watching her shows, and the kids cook for me, and they make sure the house is cleaned up, and they'll run to the store if we need something, and they just let Mom be in her room and just watch her shows and have all my needs met by them.
I can't think of a better way to spend a special day, and you have something to look forward to.
I do. And that's what keeps me going. I know Mother's Day is always going to be right around the corner. It's like a kid waiting on Christmas.
That's right. There you go. What a pleasure to get to know you. Oh, I'm going to let you do a shout out, though, to someone special. I wonder who that would be.
So my shout out is absolutely to my wonderful husband, David Benjamin, the love of my life, who I met at 16, and we're pushing 40, and we just raised our first baby all the way to college, and we've grown so much over the years, and it just excites me about the next and the next and the next and the next and everything that God has for us. So shout out to you, babe, for being super strong and being the head of our house.
What a pleasure to get to know you, Kevin, and your whole family a little better. We will be watching number 24 as he helps his team this year. And we know that you will be there loud and proud. So we end this by saying,
Go Fighting Indians!
Hi, Derek West here from the Genesis Church of Vero Beach. We are proud supporters of Fighting Indians football and Vero Beach athletics. We invite you to join us this Sunday at 9:15 for our services. If you can't join us in person, please visit us online at gcvero.com. Genesis Church of Vero Beach, place of love where honest men are known and unafraid to love the hardest stone. Visit us at gcvero.com.
Comfort Zone AC and Heating of Vero Beach has been servicing Indian River County for over 40 years, using only certified technicians. As a Christian, family, and veteran-owned and operated business, they offer comprehensive air conditioning, heating, and indoor air quality solutions to their clients. Online at ComfortZoneACNow.com. Proud supporters of the Fighting Indians.
Molinari Pools is a proud supporter of Fighting Indians football and Christian FM. A family-owned and operated business, the Molinari family, longtime members of this community. Joel Molinari, a former Fighting Indian, loves serving the Treasure Coast residents from pool cleaning to repairs to pool remodeling. Molinari Pools. Love people, love pools. 772-778-2633 or molinaripools.com.
The mission of the Fighting Indian is excellence, teamwork, and consistency. The same holds true for the McCall Agency, Inc., a local independent agency and broker, and fourth-generation resident of Vero Beach. To learn more about their insurance products and risk management, 772-473-6856. And their site is McCallAgencyInc.com, serving the Treasure Coast since 1956.
The Fighting Indians Halftime Show is brought to you by Genesis Church. Let's join Gary Paris and the voice of the Fighting Indians, Paul Tipton.
Well, here we are, folks. Just about set to start the third quarter. Vero Beach has got a 20-14 lead here at halftime. And we'll take a look at some of these numbers here in just a moment. But I want to jump down to the sideline and check in with the guys first. Derek, what coach have to say in the locker room?
And guys, the message is very clear at halftime. It was finish. Wrote the word on the blackboard and said finish. There were two drives into which we had them at fourth down and pretty sizable yardage, and they were able to convert and score. So really just talking about doing the small things well, not getting your eyes caught in the backfield, but be able to finish and to finish off and get a turnover on downs.
All right, let's check in with Matt.
Yeah, guys, it was all X's and O's. Most of it was about the blocking scheme. You know, when you got a first-time starter and Jannard, it's just about, hey, guys, where are you supposed to be? And keep your eyes on the right guy, whether it's the end coming off the rush or the Mike backer that we saw on a delayed blitz. He's got to be able to pick that up. Young man was all ears, all eyes. He was paying attention. And then it just had the offensive line also because, they're mixing and matching some guys in there, and it's about, who's making the call, and when they make this call, put the X's and O's together and let's execute. It's pretty impressive, guys. I mean, when you're talking about what we're seeing in here is really what we normally would see at the collegiate level, and the coaches got them doing it here in high school, and these boys are picking it up. Very impressive.
Yeah, absolutely is. All right, GP, your thoughts on that first half?
Like what Matt said, Jannard Young's young, just a sophomore, and they ran a couple delayed twists. I mean, that's hard for a veteran to pick up on those delayed twist-type blitzes coming from the outside. We just got to be more patient with it. We really got to make some big plays. We need to get first downs, like you heard me say. We can't give them the ball back. They're going to get the ball here. We got to stop them. We need a score, but we don't want to trade field goals or for touchdowns. We want to get touchdowns, and we need to stop them here. This is a big series here.
Absolutely. All right. Well, game's about to get underway. Why don't you say we get back down on the field here and take a look at the action? And as we get set for the kickoff, I'll give you the Durfee's Heating and Cooling first half stats for the first half of play. 109 was the total yardage for Homestead to 203 for Vero Beach. 43 yards on the ground for the Broncos and 66 through the air. Lewis is 5 of 15 with a touchdown and an interception. Indians got 34 yards on the ground, 169 through the air. Mons is 13 of 14, 169 yards and a touchdown as the kickoff will roll its way out of bounds. That'll bring out the yellow flag, and most likely the Broncos taking it from the 35-yard line. The Indians had 12 first downs, Gary, in that first half. So to your point, Indians needing first downs. They did a pretty good job getting first downs in that first half.
They did a good job, and they did a good job of. It was the second half of the second quarter that they struggled a little bit right there.
So like I said, total yardage 109 for Homestead, 203 for Vero Beach. That is your Durfee's Heating and Cooling first half stats as we get set for the start of the third quarter. Homestead will get the ball from their own 35. Play action. Lewis, pressure coming. He gets out of one tackle, still on his feet, throws the ball downfield, and oh, man, nearly intercepted. Good job as Marcus Melbourne got his hands on it, and there is a flag.
That's got to be a holding call back there. Generally speaking, that's going to be a holding call, or it could be a defensive player maybe got a face mask. The only two options I see there, but it's a holding call. So that's going to back him up 10 yards from the spot.
I tell you what, Gary, Javion Greer has been applying a lot of pressure tonight.
He is so quick. He's one of these guys that's just, he can play like an end. He's filling in for an outstanding defensive end, and Tristan Davis, who's out because of an injury, and Greer is doing a super job for us.
He is doing a great job tonight.
Well, it's actually 1st and 20.
Yeah, the penalty moves the Broncos back. First down and 20. Handoff going to go left side. And the Indians trying to stack him. Now the running back comes out of the pack. Still on his feet to the 30, 35, 40. Still on his feet, 45. Midfield. Down the left sideline. Trying to get to the lane, 20. And caught at the 15-yard line. Are you kidding me? That is Marquise Williams.
Wow. If I had not watched this and seen it in front of me, I would have believed we had him tackled 3 times in the backfield. 3 times back there. I thought 3 different guys. We were ready to try. I was trying to figure out who brought him down, and he kept spinning and spinning and spinning. Just like that. You let yourself get yourself down, or you miss the tackle, and then all of a sudden he sees a hole and everybody's chasing him. And that's a big play. That's a 63-yard run by that young man.
Thought it was going to be a loss on the play. Instead, a big gain. Another handoff right side, 10 to the almost 5-yard line.
You know, one of the things that we do really, I think, in tackling, a lot of times, like you'll hear me say this, we don't wrap up anymore. Where everybody's got to they want to lean a shoulder in there and knock them down. But you got to wrap up. These guys are strong-legged, and you got to wrap up.
Another handoff, bounce to the left side and stumbled. Will get inside the 5-yard line.
Gonna bring up 3rd down, I believe.
Yeah, it should be 3rd and goal.
Yep. And they feel confident. That run has motivated them.
Yeah. Smith in the backfield, but Lewis is going to try to throw it. Hits his receiver, and he's got it into the end zone. And we got a tie ball game.
Yeah.
That is Pinson with the catch.
That was a well-thrown ball by Malachi Lewis. Bubba threw that ball right where he needed to, and you saw Pinson go up and make that catch. He just jumped up there. Athleticism's unbelievable, but Malachi Lewis and the running of Williams, their running back, that looked like a pinball going all the way down the field, everybody hitting him, and he kept going for 63 yards. That's the big play of the second half.
Kick is, did it get blocked? And it still made it through, though. So Homestead takes the 1-point lead with the extra point, and it makes it 21-20 here in the third.
Cafe 66, located on US 1 just south of 8th Street. At Cafe 66, our breakfast menu is all about variety. From biscuits and gravy to country fried steak and eggs to Nutella stuffed French toast. Our lunch and dinner menus have something for everyone, from barbecue platters to unique burgers. Our hours online at cafe66vero.com. We proudly support the Fighting Indians.
Fighting Indians football, where teamwork makes dreams work. We thank PDK Roofing. They believe in the power of teamwork. A Christian family making residential and commercial roofing dreams a reality. PDK Roofing is licensed and insured, and they stay up to date with what insurance companies require, ensuring their clients' confidence in their reliability. PDK Roofing is online at pdkroofinginc.com.
So it was 65 yards in 4 plays, a big 63-yard run by their running back, Williams. They get in the end zone with a pass to Pinson from 5 yards out, and it is now 21-20 Homestead with its first lead of the ball game.
That's one of the most impressive runs I've seen in a long time in a high school game. Impressive.
Lima going to kick off. It's high, but returnable at the 5. Reverse. Right side. Got a lane to the 20, 35. And now close to the 40-yard line, so a good return by Vero.
That's by Woods.
All right, so the Indians now need to answer as the Broncos have taken a 1-point lead.
Yeah, Trey Woods gave him good field position, a good field position around the 37-yard line. Actually, 38.
Where it'll be first down and 10. 9:58, third quarter. 21-20, Homestead. Now whistle will stop play before it starts.
Somebody's got to come out. That's what we don't have is an extra bodies in on that play. I think that's O'Shea Wright. He may have come out because of either knee pads or his mouthpiece.
All right, get reset here at the line of scrimmage for first down and 10. Got your 4 receiver set, twins on both sides. Bonds going to pivot back, hits his receiver screen underneath to Stinson, gets to the 45-yard line.
That's a beautiful screen. And what he does, he rolls to his left, then spins real quick and throws back to his right. The linemen are out there, your receiver out, extra receivers blocking. He picks up 8 yards. He's had some success on that screen.
Got an injury timeout as one of the Broncos is still down on the turf. We'll step aside with 9:44 to go here in the third quarter. Vero's down by 1.
Fighting Indians football, where teamwork makes dreams work. We thank PDK Roofing. They believe in the power of teamwork. A Christian family making residential and commercial roofing dreams a reality. PDK Roofing is licensed and insured, and they stay up to date with what insurance companies require, ensuring their clients' confidence in their reliability. PDK Roofing is online at pdkroofinginc.com.
Thanks to Roy Bell Grading Services for sponsoring Fighting Indians football and the Fighting Indians post-game show.
Hi, my name is Chase Bell, and my father Roy has served Indian River County in the grading industry for over 40 years. My family and I are proud supporters of Christian FM and the Vero Beach Fighting Indians. Go Vero!
No job too small or too big. Roy Bell Grading Services. We roll the earth. 772-473-4559. Roy Bell Grading Services.
Welcome back as we had an injury timeout here. One of the Homestead players was down. He's being assisted off the field. And while we've got a moment, I know a lot of folks are watching on our YouTube channel, Vero Nation Network, so appreciative of you guys watching the game. I know I've been watching some of the chat, and, with this score now being 21-20 in favor of Homestead, we've got, a quarter and a half or so left in this ball game. How about we predict a score? What do you think? Tell us. Put it in the chat box, and maybe we'll talk about it a little bit later in the fourth quarter. On second down and 2, Vero Beach from its own 46. Got a hand off. Young, right side. He's got a lane. 40, 35. Wow, he was just a hair from taking it all the way.
You know, Matt talked about how you read and put your blocking and all. That time he takes a step to his left. That freezes that middle linebacker, and then he cuts back to his right, and he blew right by the guy he froze on that play. That's a great move, great cut. Line did a great job up there in the front.
Picks up 19. That's a game day men's health first down to the Bronco 35. Mons, a keeper, right side, turns on the Jets. He's at the 25-20 and into red zone territory. That's a first and goal. Home Inspections red zone alert.
How about that play right there? He rolls out, makes you think you're going to have a pass out there. He's looking. He didn't see anybody, and he just lowered his shoulder and got the first down.
Picked up 16 on that run. The ball at the 19-yard line. And flag from the back judge. This might be another substitution on the defense again.
Dead ball, illegal substitution, defense, 5 yards.
It's the third time.
I laugh because I've never been in a game or part of a game or broadcast a game where they had too many men on the field 3 times.
But you have been part of a game where they did have too many men on the field and they never called it. For 3 straight plays.
That was down in Central when we played them. Yes, you're right.
So move it up 5 yards, 1st and 5 at the 14-yard line. Mons taking a look at the defense. He's wanting to throw, pressured out, steps up. Now he's going to have to try to run to the 10 and out of bounds near the 5.
Wow, what a great effort there. There was pressure on him from the very beginning of that play. They ran a blitz up through there, and he sidestepped that, and he was able to find a seam and accelerated and got the first down and his first and goal.
Indians player down in the end zone.
And we had another player come off, one of our linemen. So now you're going to have you've got an extra player out there. I mean, another player coming in.
So we have timeout on the field. We'll take a timeout as well. Vero Beach is down by 1, but they're knocking on the door.
Thanks to Roy Bell Grading Services for sponsoring Fighting Indians football and the Fighting Indians post-game show.
Hi, my name is Chase Bell, and my father Roy has served Indian River County in the grading industry for over 40 years. My family and I are proud supporters of Christian FM and the Vero Beach Fighting Indians. Go Vero!
No job too small or too big. Roy Bell Grading Services. We roll the earth. 772-473-4559. Roy Bell Grading Services.
The Fighting Indians rely on teamwork, and so does Christian FM. One of those teammates is Scott Sporting Goods. Scott Sporting Goods features an array of sporting equipment, including clothes and shoes. They are also the ones that fit our Fighting Indians broadcast team with the Fighting Indians apparel. Located in downtown Vero Beach, 1407 20th Street. Their phone number is 778-0661. Thanks to Scott Sporting Goods.
Well, we knew this was a real possibility. When you have a lot of injuries on your team, then the first thing you got to do is you got to figure out, okay, how do we fill the holes? And one of the ways we've been filling some holes tonight is we've had a number of guys that have been playing on both sides of the ball tonight. And when you do that, that doesn't look good. As E.J. White that was down.
White, wow.
And I believe I think it's still a cramp, but it's just, man, it looks bad. But that's part of the issue. When you're playing both ways like that, you're going to expend a lot of energy, and if you're not replenishing yourself, then this is a real possibility.
Yeah, you're right, and that's it. Looks like, and we'll get a better report back from Dr. Matt as he finds out for us.
First and goal at the 7. Indians will spread it out with 4 receivers, 2 on either side. Mons looking to his left, now forced out of the pocket to the right. He might try to run this one. He's trying to dodge a couple of tacklers, and he'll get just inside the 5 or maybe right at the 5.
He looked like he was going to throw it to the left.
He did.
He looked like he had was trying to hit Woods. There's one of the receivers on the left side, Jarvis Jacobs over there too, and Dre Woods was over there, or Trey Woods, and he looked like he wanted to go, but he ran back to the right. I think he got to the 5.
To the 5, so he picked up 2. It's 2nd and goal from the 5.
Now Mons is not at quarterback.
Now, this may be another substitution on Homestead. It is. That's number 4.
Whoops. And they had a play Vero probably looked good at because you saw they were in the Wildcat or the heavy set. They're in that heavy set with Rivers.
But that's going to help, too, because now the ball moves up to the 3. Young, right side, surge, touchdown! Young with his 3rd rushing touchdown of the night.
Have a good night, young man, because you enjoy this. Wow, 3 touchdowns in his first starting opportunity as an Indian.
All right, Gary, so now do we go for 2 here?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Sooner or later, you got to go for the 2.
All right. Wait and see. It looks.
No, they're going to come in with a kick.
Yeah, they're
going to go
to try for 1.
Yep.
And they got to hurry, too.
Coach is down there talking to the official about those 4 too many men on the field calls. And that's not the coach's. That's your fault, Coach. You know, when we report in, usually you go and you tap the guy or you tell the guy I'm in for you.
Right.
And he sees it, he knows it, and he goes running off the field. Mm-hmm. That's 4 times they haven't done that.
So we'll set up for what
this
looks
is a big
to be.
Kick.
This looks like a standard PAT.
It
but
is.
We'll see.
We'll see, but it's a big kick. This kid needs this.
Get set. Kick is up. And it's good. So make it 27-21. Vero regains the lead here in the 3rd.
Thanks to Longevity Rehab Centers in Vero Beach and Sebastian, owned by locals whose mission is to help heal those who are hurting with a goal of getting them back to a productive life. Longevity Rehab has built a reputation of trust with their clients from the top down, offering both physical and massage therapy designed to restore, relieve, or maintain a healthy lifestyle. Blue Cross Blue Shield, Humana, Cigna, United Healthcare, Health First, Medicare, and most insurances are accepted. LongevityRehab.com.
Hi, Vero Beach. I'm Frank Storr from Tom Collins Insurance. Born and raised right here in a former fighting Indian, I'm very proud to support this team and this great community. Tom Collins Insurance has been locally owned and operated right here since 1989. We are Vero. For all your insurance needs, my number is 772-778-9222. Go Indians.
This is Fighting Indians football, brought to you by Central Assembly.
62 yards, 6 plays, a 2-yard run from Janowski Young. He gets his 3rd rushing touchdown of the night, and the Indians retake the lead, 27-21. That is your McCall Insurance Agency scoring drive. As now it's 6:26 to go, 3rd quarter. And if you're watching on YouTube, you want to join in on the chat, we're asking, what are your predictions for the final score here tonight? So far, we're seeing a couple of 35-28 from Big Dave, and George has got 48-42. Both rooting for Vero here. 34-31. Join in. Kickoff. We're going to go pooch kick. Caught at the 35. Big hit. Ball came loose. Did we get it?
No, they got it. They covered it. What a hit. Now, that's a legal hit because he caught it.
Right. No fair catch called.
No fair catch. He literally laid him. He's okay. The receiver gets up on that play. And again, that was a candidate. As he went down, he took a shot. It was not a head-to-head. He got hit in the shoulder, and he fumbled the ball. and it was recovered. So very close.
So with that drive by Vero Beach, they answer the drive by Homestead. Homestead was able to take the 1-point lead, 21-20. Vero Beach with their drive now takes the lead 27-21. So now the Broncos offensive unit back out on the field and see if they can answer to Vero.
And we're without E.J. White. Matt said he had some cramps, serious cramps, and he may be back.
Lewis, swing pass outside, 40, 45. And a nice 12, 13-yard pickup by Casuto.
Yeah, he's a quick. He caught that pass on a little swing pass, and he accelerated, and he kind of blew right by everybody, and then the defensive backs had to come up to make that hit. But that's a nice play. That's a neat little play.
We'll get the ball to the 48 of the Broncos. First down and 10. Twin receivers on the left, twin receivers on the right. One receiver in motion now towards the right side. Lewis looking to throw downfield. He's got a receiver, he's got a step, and it's caught inside the 10-yard line by Pinson.
He just outran everybody. And there's the less athletic of you miss the athleticism of E.J. White. That was his. He would have been over there. He would have covered him all the way down. Knowing he's not on the field, Malachi Lewis threw the ball to Pinson, and he caught it. Beautiful catch.
Picks up 43 on that pass completion. First and goal at the 9. Handoff right side. Will push towards the 5-yard line. I believe just shy, maybe at the 6. Bring up second and goal. Clock continues to roll here in the third quarter. 4:45 and counting. Next week, Vero Beach on the road to take on district rival Centennial. That game on Thursday night. Kickoff at 7 o'clock down in Port St. Lucie. Lewis looking to fire. He's got a receiver wide open. It's caught. Touchdown.
Some miscommunication there by a defensive back and the linebacker. Somebody didn't pick that up, and that's a big play right there. Just like that, they caught they're tied with us again. They've gotten some momentum going here to the second half, as well as we did too on ours. But that's 2 touchdowns here in the second half.
Yeah, they've clearly made some adjustments at halftime. And Vero Beach has got to figure some things out here defensively as the PAT is good, and the Broncos regain the lead 28-27.
Gino's Nutrition Shop carries a wide selection of safe supplements for athletes no matter their age, especially regular gym goers. I'm Gino, and we love supporting the Fighting Indians. Our supplements work for muscle recovery, hydration, focus, immunity health, along with grab-and-go meals. At Gino's Nutrition Shop in Miracle Mile, our customers are family.
The mission of the Fighting Indian is excellence, teamwork, and consistency. The same holds true for the McCall Agency, Inc., a local independent agency and broker and 4th-generation resident of Vero Beach. To learn more about their insurance products and risk management, Christian FM supporter Ron McCall can be reached at 772-473-6856. And their site is McCallAgencyInc.com. Proudly serving the Treasure Coast since 1956.
65 yards in 4 plays. Cascudo with the catch from 6 yards out in the end zone, and it is now back to a 1-point lead for Homestead, 28-27. That's your McCall Insurance Agency scoring drive. And a little bit of a shootout here in the second half, Gary.
Well, they have had 4 possessions. Last 4 possessions, they have scored. That's this game is going back and forth. We had a lead, they scored. We had a lead, they scored, and we missed an extra point. It's like 4 scores in the last 4 possessions for them.
Lima's kick will bounce at the 12-yard line. Woods trying to turn it upfield will get to the 25. All right, so for the Fighting Indians, they did it on the last drive.
Yeah.
So why not do it again? Time to answer the bell. And hopefully give the defense just a little bit of time to not only get rested, but kind of figure some things out over there, Gary.
Yeah, we had a good drive last time. We went down, we scored, we had some big plays, and, they've had some big plays too. Last possession, 4-minute drive. Now whistles will stop this play before it ever starts. Looking at somebody with Homestead. Must be an equipment issue. Didn't have his mouthpiece in, so it's a point of emphasis. They're going to take you off the field every time, as long as they catch it. 4:21 remaining in the third quarter. It's a 28-27 lead, Homestead. Vero will have the ball at their own 25, 1st and 10. Williams in motion to the right. Mons looking that way. Now back, looking downfield. Now he's going to have to try to run this ball. Takes a shot, but he'll get past the 25 to about almost the 27 to pick up a 2. Yeah, he had a shot possibly to go to Jarvis Jacobs, but that would have been a long throw, but he was dashing in and darting bodies. 2nd and 8. Broncos look like they may want to bring a blitz here, and it's coming. Roll to the right, fire. Receivers got it. That's Stinson. He'll get to the 35-yard line, and that's close to a first down. Yeah, they're going to give it to him. So there's your game day men's health first down. I've seen him catch about 3 or 4 of those tonight on that rollout to the right. It's a rollout, and he hits the wide receiver as he goes on a stick route. That's when you've got good speed and you've got guys that can go down the field, you're going to get those kind of plays. 8 catches tonight for Stinson. He's got 99 yards on those 8 catches. As we come up to 3 minutes remaining in this third quarter, it's a 1st down and 10 for the Indians. Mons looking to his left, fires. He's got his receiver. It's caught. Williams will be caught for a minimal gain. Yeah, that was a quick out, and again, he brought him back toward the line of scrimmage instead of leading him out a little bit on that play. He makes the catch, but it's only a 2-yard gain. You'd like to get 5 or 6 yards on that play minimum,
right?
But the throw brought him back.
2nd and 8. Ball pushed to the 38-yard line. Trips on that right side. It's going to be a handoff. Young. And Young met at the line of scrimmage. Yeah, there was no surge that time on the offensive line. There was no surge at all. No push, didn't get in there, didn't get you guys moving downfield. They stood, you get stood up, and he had nowhere to go, the running back. Unless he hit the wrong hole, but he got jammed up there. So now you're looking at a 3rd down and 8. Broncos thinking, man, if we can force a 3 and out here, man, we can maybe have an opportunity to extend our lead. Mons waits for the snap. He's looking to his right. Winds up, fires. He's got a receiver. It's caught.
Oh, no.
And then dropped. Oh, Stinson, man, he had a beeline on it. He's shaking up a bit, too.
Oh, my goodness. That would have been a fantastic catch. That was a great hit. That's a great hit. I tell you, that was a good job by number 12, Gamble. Gamble was able to get over there and knock that ball loose, and it was a big hit. That's a good hit.
So that will force the punt unit out, and E.J. White has been punting the last game and a half now, but we'll see Mons drop back here for the punt. Mons, end over end punt, take a big bounce, and it will be down to in Broncos territory around the 34. Not a big flip of the field, but not a bad punt either. 28 yards.
Well, you need a big defensive stand here. The momentum, they've scored their last 4 possessions. We weren't able to score on this possession, so we really have got to have a good defensive stand here.
Well, you can join Gary, Coach Janowski, and myself Tuesdays at Cap's Pizza for Coach's Corner. We start at 6 o'clock, a chance for us to sit down with Coach Jay and talk about Indians football. We'll obviously be talking about this game, and then we'll be talking about our first district ball game of the season against Centennials. The handoff goes off the right side. Be a gain of about 5, maybe 6 on the play.
And you got a banged up player there. Their running back took a shot. Picks up 6 yards.
Smith. Yanni Smith. It's down on the turf right now for the Broncos. So we got an injury timeout. We'll step aside as well. Vero finds themselves down by 1 point, 28-27.
Summers in Florida mean hot weather with lots of rain. Having gutters that work well is a must for most homes. Thanks to Able Gutter Services for their partnership. They provide premium products crafted to ensure customer satisfaction while protecting from water damage and maintaining structural integrity. Able Gutter Services in Indian River, St. Lucie, and Brevard County. Their number is 772-766-2554.
Christian FM can put this game on the radio thanks to the support of businesses like Chuck Bateman State Farm Insurance in Vero Beach. Chuck's goal is to create an atmosphere where customers can talk about what's important to them. He's also a huge supporter of our local chapter of the Fellowship of Christian Athletes. Chuck's phone is 567-1106 or chuckbatemaninsurance.com.
WSCF Vero Beach, Christian FM.
Second down for the Broncos. It's going to be a handoff. Stutter step. Went back to the right. Now back towards the middle. Good pursuit by the Indians. Only a pickup of a yard.
Good job out there, man. That's a good tackling out there on that play. You saw, I love when you see the defensive back come flying up in there. And that's Devin Green, one of those defensive backs come flying up in there. I love it. You see that kind of tackling there. Rivers naturally there. Bobby Burbick. You got Big Shelly Kamar, or Kamar Shelly, rather.
So it looks like the Broncos will let this clock wind down and finish out the third quarter before they have to look at a 3rd down and 3. It has been a little bit of a shootout here in this third quarter. And right now the Indians find themselves down 28-27. This is Fighting Indians football.
Christian FM thanks SOS Pest Services, who know that Florida's warm climate means pests of all types, disrupting our comfort and lifestyle. When it's time to sound the alarm, SOS will send their technicians to promptly deal with the problem, so no more worries about unwanted guests. SOS Pest has a range of services tailored to meet individual needs, serving Orchid, Indian River Shores, North Hutchinson Island, and surrounding areas. Owned and managed by lifetime local pros. Online at sospestservices.com or 772-296-2966.
Hi, Vero Beach. I'm Frank Storer from Tom Collins Insurance. Born and raised right here and a former fighting Indian, I'm very proud to support this team and this great community. Tom Collins Insurance has been locally owned and operated right here since 1989. We are Vero. For all your insurance needs, my number is 772-778-9222. Go Indians.
You're right. They're going to punt this ball this time. I think the reason why is they love to pin Vero Beach deep back in their own territory, and they're going to play the field position. If they can gain the field position, that's what they're looking here for. So don't need a penalty. Don't need to jump off sides. Everybody needs to be careful. They may bark some signals, but you've got to stay onside.
Punt is away, a little bit of a rugby style. Will take a big hop. Collected by Melbourne. Melbourne, 25, 30, and out of bounds around the 35-yard line. Good job.
That was an excellent return, because if he doesn't pick that ball up, it's going to be around the 15 or 10-yard line.
Yeah.
So that's a big play right there by Marcus Melbourne, a sophomore.
All right, Gary, so our offensive unit is back out on the field. We're down by 1 point, and we're just starting the fourth quarter.
I think you you run. Believe it or not, I think you run the ball. You come out and play a little smash mouth, try to get your running back, try to get some first downs with running the ball. We'll see what happens, but I think you're going to come out and coach probably try to do some running.
Looks like we will put 3 receivers on the left side. Janowski Young, 3 rushing touchdowns on the evening, lined up in the backfield on the right side. Will be a handoff, left side, Young. Oh, boy, it looked like he had a hole, and it closed quickly. He'll pick up about 2.
That's the difference of wrapping a guy up, and then trying to knock a guy down. That defender wrapped up. It's only a yard gain on the play. Looked like he had a seam there.
Second down. We'll give him just a yard gain, and it's 2nd and 9. Mons, he's going to try to run it. Runs up the gut, and he'll pick up a first down and more as he's working his way towards midfield, where whistles will stop play.
Now, that was an option to throw the ball. That was a run option. He either throws the pass. If they come up toward him, Paul, what he would do then is he would dump it over the defender. And
we got another Indian down.
I think it's Bobby Burbick.
That's Burbick, yeah.
And it may be cramps bothering him. He's been playing, both offense. That's
right.
The defense. He's playing a tight end right now. But that option he had was he looks, and then he didn't see anybody. He lowers his shoulder, and he got the first down and more.
Got 15 yards on that carry by Champ Mons.
It's a hot, humid night. It's steamy as all get out here.
It has been very muggy today.
And the thing about it is that you tell them every day. We tell our kids every day, drink, get your fluids in you. Get your fluids in you. And there you see a cramp. Looks like a cramp on his leg. I hope that's a cramp.
We'll see. We'll check with him or check in the sideline a little bit later and see how he's doing. But this is kind of becoming a theme of sorts from the last game into this game, is just watching some of our players go down and trying to figure out how to fill these holes. But a nice run by Champ Mons gives Vero Beach a game day men's health first down at the 48-yard line of Vero Beach. Indians find themselves down by 1 here into the fourth quarter. 4 receiver set, twins on either side. Receiver's going to go in motion to the left side.
He's
set
got
up for trips.
Trips one side and single on the other.
Mons looks left. He's got pressure right away. He's trying to get away from it. No go. Man, he was right in there.
I tell you what, that was an outstanding job by
Keon Smith.
Keon Smith. That's the second big tackle for him. He come flying in there. I mean, you talk about breaking up a play and breaking your back right there. Now it's second down and about 20 yards to go, and or a little bit more maybe. That was a big sack right there. Somebody missed their assignment. I mean, he's playing the right end on their side, our left side. So somebody missed him out there.
So we're looking at second down and 23, maybe 24 here. Mons going to hit his receiver. Had it, and then, boy, you got to catch those, especially if you're going to take the shot.
That was Williams on that one right there. But he was wide open. Nice thrown ball right in his hands.
Yep.
And
so now you got third down and long.
Yeah, what he tried to do there, I believe he tried to turn up the field to try to run before he had total control of the ball. This is a tough position to put your quarterback in. I mean, if you're the defensive coach, you're thinking, okay, don't get beat deep and put pressure on him up front.
Third and 23. Mons. Pressure coming. He's going to get hit. Wow. Ball came out, but he was down on the ground, and Mons took a shot.
I believe they can call out miss on your running back. Did not pick up that outside blitz on that play. You've got to stand in there, and you've got to be able to see it. You've got to take him on. You can't allow your quarterback to get clobbered like that.
And poor Mons, man, he's got to come back out now and try to punt this ball away after taking that shot.
Again, folks, I tell you what, he had no chance on that one. We just didn't pick up the blitz, and he went right by our back and hit Mons.
Punt is away. Not a bad punt by Mons. Caught around the 37-yard line to midfield, and the Broncos will have very good field position as they get on their side of the 50, or the Vero side of the 50. 48-yard line is where they'll set up shop here, where it'll be first down and 10 for the Broncos.
This is such an important series right here for the defense. You cannot fall behind by 15 points. You just cannot fall behind by 8 points.
8:49 to go, fourth quarter. Vero down by 1 point. First down and 10 for the Broncos. Lewis, keeper, left side. Oh.
Well, he looked
like a forward pass. He was cross the line of scrimmage.
But he threw it behind him. It's a lateral.
It almost looked like a forward pass.
Yeah, well, that's what he did. He got up. I thought I saw it was a lateral back to him. Good enough for a first down.
It is good enough for a first down as they'll move the chains. Ball inside the 40 to the 37. Keeper again by Lewis. Turns it upfield 30. Still on his feet inside the 25.
I don't like to say this, Paul, and maybe I shouldn't, but it looks like we've lost our fight.
Yeah.
I mean, they're more aggressive than we are right now on out there. Their offense is taking it right to us.
Clock will stop at 8:24. It's first down and 10. Ball at the 25-yard line. They're going to stack twin receivers on both sides. Now receiver's going to go in motion to the right side. Handoff. And that's Morrison. Morrison past the 20 to the 18.
They're in command right now.
Yeah.
They are in command.
Second down. 3 yards to go. At the Vero 18. Another handoff, Morrison, right side. What a lane. He's going to go in for the score.
That was too easy, my friend. That was way too easy coming down the field.
Morrison with the 18-yard run. Able to add on 6 points and make it a 7-point lead. Pending this PAT, could be 8.
Yeah, you look at your defensive staff, they got their just unbelievable looks on their face. I mean, they just can't believe this is happening.
Lima gets set for the point after. And it is up and through. 36-27.
All right, you're still in it, though. You're only down by 8 points.
We'll be back with more right after this.
On Point Dental Care of Vero Beach is a modern dental facility bringing dental care in the traditional sense. At On Point Dental Care, we utilize infection control techniques and the newest technologies to ensure our patients' oral health and well-being is tailored to their needs. Online at onpointdentalcare.com. We support the Fighting Indians.
Mazzarella's Auto Sales is part of a local business family and their Christian FM supporters.
I'm sales manager Mike Mazzarella, and we always strive to offer late model cars and trucks that undergo inspection and service by our high-tech mechanics. We have Jeeps, Rams, Toyotas, Hondas, commercial vehicles, and luxury vehicles. On site, we have our Spanish-speaking sales and financial advisor Diego Sainz. We also offer our virtual showroom online at mazautosales.com.
I'm Chris, Mike's brother. Our family has been serving our community since 1999.
Now on the corner, 4th Street in Old Dixie.
So 48 yards in 4 plays and an 18-yard run by Morrison. And just like that, it's 35-27. And the Broncos in this second half have really taken command here. Kickoff's going to be short. Caught around the 35, 30, 35, 40.
That's Austin Banzaf, I believe that is.
So Vero Beach will get decent field position here to start this drive.
In that other drive, they started their drive in good field position. They were able to get the ball on our side of the field. Here we got excellent field position too, but we're at our 41-yard line. So there's plenty of time left in this game. So you just got to get in rhythm. The thing I thought I saw was EJ coming in. I think he played on some defense last time, but I don't see him out here on offense.
So the Indians trailing 35-27. You got 7:42 remaining in the ball game. Bonds got time. Now he's forced out of the pocket. He's got to get rid of it, and he'll be forced out of bounds to take a loss.
Looked like they had what they call a fox move, where you're like a little, you hesitate, you go about 10 yards, then you hesitate, then you explode out of there. It's a hitch and go or stop and go type play, and on that play there, and neither one of the guys were open. I think he was looking to his left more than he was to his right. Second down.
Second and long.
That sack hurt. That sack, you got to get rid of the ball now. When you get over there, get it in front of, past the line of scrimmage and out of bounds.
Three plays in a row where it's been negative yardage for Vero Beach. Mons fires, tried to hit his receiver, and did they call it? No,
it's incomplete.
Yeah. So third down and a mile.
Yeah, Jacobs couldn't hold on to that. If he'd have caught it, he wouldn't have picked up any yardage, it looked like it.
No, he wouldn't have.
He was like right at the 30, and that's where the marker is.
Indians don't seem like they can really stretch vertically right now, Gary.
Well, without EJ not out there, I agree. I think you're 100% right. He's one of the fastest guys on the team, and he's 6'3".
All right, on third down and long, it'll be a swing pass. Young trying to look for some blocks. He's got a lane. 45 hurdles. Oh my goodness, he was off to the races except for one trip.
Yeah,
and he's at midfield, and it's fourth down. You got to go for this.
Yeah, you almost got to, because you may not get another opportunity like it again. I tell you what, if he doesn't get tripped up, I think he goes maybe all the way.
Yeah, I think
his momentum was going.
Yeah.
Looks like we're bringing in the big guys.
Picks up 18 on that carry. Clock is ticking here at 6:10. And a timeout's going to be taken. Vero's going to talk this one over. It's a big down. And when we come back, Vero will be looking at a 4th and 2.
Masters Academy has excelled in biblical worldview education from pre-K through 12th grade since 1998. Alongside their quality college prep education, Masters Academy offers multiple self-paced high school programs, blending academic education with specialized trade skills. Masters Academy is located at the corner of 58th Avenue and 12th Street in Vero Beach. For more information about obtaining a Christ-centered education, contact Masters Academy at info@mastersvb.org.
Hi, Vero Beach. I'm Frank Storr from Tom Collins Insurance. Born and raised right here in a former fighting Indian, I'm very proud to support this team and this great community. Tom Collins Insurance has been locally owned and operated right here since 1989. We are Vero. For all your insurance needs, my number is 772-778-9222. Go Indians.
This is Fighting Indians football on the Vero Nation Network. Brought to you by HBS Glass. Let's join Gary Paris and the voice of the Fighting Indians, Paul Tipton.
Well, folks, Vero Beach is looking at a 4th down and 2 at their own 49-yard line, and they're down by 8. This is gut check time for Vero Beach.
It is. If you don't make it, you give them excellent field position. They have a lot of momentum right now. Now they've called
Homestead
timeout.
coming out. They felt like they were not lined up right. The corner on the far side was screaming that we had a receiver that was uncovered over there. And so, I don't know. Hopefully, we were trying to get that snap up, but just couldn't get it going fast enough. So, well, Gary, this is an interesting moment here for the Fighting Indians. I mean, they got off to a great start, got up for 2 touchdowns, and then, credit to Homestead. They fought back.
Good teams always find a way to get back in a game. And as Indians are looking now to take their chances and put themselves up there as a good team also, they got to find a way to get back in this game. And
let's check in with Matt.
Yeah, let's see what Matt has to say.
Hey, guys, on that last play, everyone was screaming for the ball to be snapped because Jarvis was uncovered. But what they were trying to do is their defense was shifting up front, and our guys were trying to get the coverage right. Remember, the center has to call what pass protection that they're going to have, and he wasn't ready to call that. That's why the snap was not going off.
And that's a good point, because a lot of times when he makes that call, that tells the running back who he's going to pick up also.
All right, here we go. 4th down. Mons, keeper, trying to go right side. He's got the first down and more. He's 30, 20, 10. Touchdown, Vero Beach.
Wow.
Mons, 51 yards.
It's kind of like he saw the Red Sea part, and all of a sudden there was a hole there, and he went through it. And I tell you what, we've never seen him run this far. He's fast.
Yeah.
He is faster than I thought he was. There was nobody going to catch him. That was unbelievable. That's a big, big-time play. Now the Indians have got to go for 2.
Yeah, no choice here now. You got to go. Set it up. Mons is waiting for the snap. It looked like there was a movement on that line. No flag. They're going to spread it out. 4 receivers, 2 on either side. 1 back in the backfield. Mons fires,
get it
pass,
up.
and he throws it incomplete. 35-33. Still got 5:51 here in the 4th quarter.
The mission of the Fighting Indian is excellence, teamwork, and consistency. The same holds true for the McCall Agency, Inc., a local independent agency and broker and 4th-generation resident of Vero Beach. To learn more about their insurance products and risk management, Christian FM supporter Ron McCall can be reached at 772-473-6856. And their site is McCallAgencyInc.com. Proudly serving the Treasure Coast since 1956.
HBS Glass is a proud supporter of Fighting Indians Athletics and Christian FM. Since 1973, HBS Glass has served homeowners, architects, and contractors in the Vero Beach area. HBS Glass offers hurricane impact windows and doors. HBS Glass, 722 3rd Place or hbsglass.com. Thanks to HBS Glass.
So how about 59 yards in 4 plays, a 51-yard run by Champ Mons.
Wow.
But we had to try to go for 2. We did not get it. So we're down by 2, 35-33.
A well-called play, too, because he was wide open.
We're going to kick his high. It's going to go short. Caught around the 32-yard line. He never signaled.
He never signaled.
I saw a couple of guys around
him did it.
But the receiver himself never signaled fair catch.
And he bobbled it, too.
All right.
Woo! Here we go. 5:49 left to go in the game, folks.
So
We're
we
down,
talked about the offense with a gut check.
Yeah.
Now the defense has got a gut check.
Got to have a gut check here.
You need a
down
3 and
by
out.
2.
You need a 3 and out.
Yep.
Vero's still got 2 timeouts remaining. So does Homestead. Ball will be at the 32-yard line of the Broncos. And Malachi Bubba Lewis at quarterback.
What a dogfight this is. Man, it sets you back. If you're a fan, you're loving football, this is the kind of game you would love.
Back and forth, back and forth. This is a team that has the last 2 years gone to the finals and lost to St. Thomas Aquinas in a close battle, by the way. Both years. Handoff. Hit. Be about a 2-yard gain, maybe 1, 2. Yeah, they're going to give him 3. 3, 4, almost 4.
Afion Rivers was in on that tackle. You got to get fired up, kid, but you got to also come back now and you got to stop him here on 2nd down. I love the enthusiasm by him. He's a young man that plays the game hard.
3-yard gain. It'll be 2nd and 7.
No big plays. No big plays.
Yeah, clock continues to roll here. 5:15. Receiver's going to go in motion, and he pivots back the other way. Handoff. Crosses the 35 to just the 36, and that's T.J. Alford.
Yeah, he got tripped a little bit back in the backfield, and T.J. came and finished him off. Now brings up 3rd and about 5 yards to go. Maybe 6.
6, yeah. It's a 3rd and 6. Can the defense force a 3 and out here? Would not be surprised if this is a quarterback keep.
I'm thinking the same thing, Paul.
Lewis waits for the snap. He's looking. He's going to fire. He's got a receiver wide open. Busted coverage, and it's going for 6. Oh, it got tripped up. How about Benjamin getting in there and making a stop?
Somebody blew the coverage there. I think the safety or the corner. The corner turned the ball over to the safety, and the safety just wasn't there. And the quarterback read that really well.
That was Pinson. He comes up very gimpy. He's laying down over on the side.
That was a missed opportunity there.
What effort. What effort by Benjamin.
Benjamin never gave up. Never gave up on that play. And, wow. He was wide open. I mean, it just blew a coverage.
Well, I think a lot of people were thinking this. A lot of defenders were thinking the same thing we were, Gary, that they were expecting run, and they let that receiver just slip right by them.
Yeah, you can't always think that. You've got to take care of your position, and somebody didn't turn it over. Either he had him all the way or he turned him over to the safety.
Handoff right side. Did he get stopped?
No, he got stopped.
Yeah. That was Cecil Smith.
That's T.J. Alford making that play.
2nd and goal. Clock has continued to roll here. 3:17 and counting. Vero's down by 2. And the Broncos are very content to take as much time as they can.
Well, a touchdown and an extra point makes it a 2-possession game.
Right.
That's why this is such a big, big stand.
Lewis is going to go up under center on this one. Got to be, yeah, the back judge is already doing the signal for. They get the play off. Push. Touchdown.
No, I don't know. Oh, now there the hand goes up.
Yeah. That's Cecil Smith. 1 yard run.
Well, we need him to miss this extra point. Because if he makes it, it's a 2-score game.
With 2:37 to go. Lima getting set for the PAT. Kick is up, and it goes through. Make it 42-33. We got 2:37 to go when we come back.
Cap's Pizza and Pub, a proud sponsor of the Fighting Indians and Christian FM, serving Vero for over 35 years. Cap's offers Italian cuisine, including pizza, strombolis, calzones, hot and cold subs, plus wings. A family-owned and operated business, John and his staff are happy to serve. Cap's Pizza and Pub, 725 27th Avenue Southwest, Vero Beach, 772-770-2277, or capspizzamenu.com.
Molinari Pools is a proud supporter of Fighting Indians football and Christian FM. A family-owned and operated business, the Molinari family, longtime members of this community. Joel Molinari, a former Fighting Indian, loves serving the Treasure Coast residents, from pool cleaning to repairs to pool remodeling. Molinari Pools. Love people, love pools. 772-778-2633 or molinaripools.com.
68 yards, 4 plays. Cecil Smith, 1 yard run. Extra point is good, and it's a 42-33 lead now for Homestead. 2 minutes, 37 seconds to go. Vero still has 2 timeouts remaining.
You need a quick score. Then you're going to have to get an onside kick or something to get the ball back.
Lehman the last couple of times has gone with the shorter kick. See if he stays with that. Squibbs this one. Picked up around the 22. To the 35. To the 40. All right. Gary, we're at the 40.
2:30 to go. 60 yards for a touchdown. Last time we had 4 plays. What did we go? 4 plays, 40-some odd?
4 and 59.
4 and 59. Well, let's do it again.
So here comes the offensive unit.
Indians first and 10 from the 40.
Got Jacobs, Williams on the far side. Vanshaff and Stinson on the right side for receivers. Young in the backfield. Mons trying to set up a screen underneath. Got batted down.
They were trying to do that slip screen to the right side, to the left side that time, with two linemen out there to help him along with the receiver. And if he catches that, he's going to get a good first down, because these guys were back. The safeties are playing deep. That was just a good batted ball, and that was by Kenyon.
So 2:26 to go. 2nd and 10. Mons rolling, looking to fire underneath. He's got Stinson. He's got some blockers. Stinson midfield. Stinson on his feet to the 45, and that's where he stopped.
There's that same screen now back to this side, and you see he picks up 15 yards on that play. So now you got 2:13, Paul, and you got 45 yards to go.
Swing pass.
Oh,
he got met in a hurry. Young had no chance on that. Now you got to hurry up to the ball.
That's it. There we go. That we can mention his name a bunch of times. Kenyon Smith just beat us out there.
Lose 7 on the play, and need to get a little sense of urgency here with 1:42 and counting Looking at a 3rd and 17. Mons trying to step up in the pocket, and he'll get back to midfield. But now it's 3rd down and long, and the clock still continues to roll. Or actually, no, they're going to take it. Vero's going to take a timeout here, Gary.
And again, I'm surprised again is E.J. White. He's playing defense, and he's not playing offense. I figured he would be in on these plays right here because of his speed and his height.
Well,
he must be hurt worse.
Maybe he is. I don't know. I mean, so it's 3rd down and 15 coming up for Vero Beach from their own 49-yard line. You got 1:22 to go. And, Gary, this is really where you got to, like, pretty much, I mean, obviously you need a first down, but really you need a score quick now.
Absolutely. Yeah. Take your first down because a touchdown is a first down. That's my way of looking at it.
That is a way to look at it. You are right in that. Next week, Vero Beach is on the road. First district game of the season. We face Centennial down in Port St. Lucie. That game's on Thursday night. Kickoff will be at 7 o'clock. Of course, our coverage will begin at 6 p.m. with Countdown to Kickoff presented by Cap's Pizza. Williams going to go in motion left side. Mons looking to set up a screen again and batted around, but then it's caught by one of our guys.
Should have been dropped.
But no, yeah, it probably would have been better to just bat it down.
Yeah, they lost a 4, but the clock's
going to keep going.
He should have been better off if he dropped it, knocked it down. I mean, but you don't know as an athlete you're going to catch it. You don't know what's going to happen.
You're just reacting.
Now it's 4th down, and if I'm Homestead, I'm putting 3 guys back. I'm putting 3 guys back, and I'm not letting a big play get me.
Well, we're inside a minute now at 54 seconds.
Yeah.
Got to go.
Got to go.
Got to go.
He's saving that timeout. I don't blame him, especially on 4th down. You don't want to use it now.
Mons with 4 receivers. Oh, we had movement on the line.
Well.
So according to Don, that's our first offensive penalty tonight. Not a good time to have it.
Just you took my thoughts right away from me. I'm thinking, that's not a good time to have it. Stole my thunder again.
That's my job.
Yeah.
And the clock continues to roll here.
Why isn't it? It was a penalty.
Beats me, but we're at inside 20 seconds now. Mons. He's got to wind up and let it go. He's going to try to flip
fumble.
it.
That's a fumble.
They rolled it incomplete.
Oh, my goodness. That ball went behind. It's 4th down.
That's turnover on downs with 5 seconds. And so that's going to do it for this ball game as one knee will take care of this as Homestead, who was down at halftime, 20-14, came back in this second half and took the lead and is going to win this ball game 42-33.
That's 28 points in the second half.
Yeah. So a few things that have to be addressed and obviously discussed, by the whole program as we will move into week 4, take our first district game on the road against Centennial. And I think I saw on our chat on Vero Nation Network that, what was the last time we went 0-3? 1976. So Vero Beach falls to Homestead 42-33. And when we come back, we'll have the Roy Bell Grading Services postgame show. This is Fighting Indians football.
Thanks to Roy Bell Grading Services for sponsoring Fighting Indians football and the Fighting Indians post-game show.
Hi, my name is Chase Bell, and my father Roy has served Indian River County in the grading industry for over 40 years. My family and I are proud supporters of Christian FM and the Vero Beach Fighting Indians. Go Vero!
No job too small or too big. Roy Bell Grading Services. We roll the earth. 772-473-4559. Roy Bell Grading Services.
Headquarters Barbershop is a locally owned and operated barbershop and a proud supporter of the Fighting Indians and Christian FM sports, offering haircuts, beard trims, shampoos, massages, and more. From the kids' first haircut to adults looking for a trim, HeadquartersBB.com for online booking makes it easy to schedule your next haircut. Headquarters Barbershop, open Tuesday through Saturday, HeadquartersBB.com.
Comfort Zone AC and Heating of Vero Beach has been servicing Indian River County for over 40 years, using only certified technicians. As a Christian, family, and veteran-owned and operated business, they offer comprehensive air conditioning, heating, and indoor air quality solutions to their clients. Online at ComfortZoneACNow.com. Proud supporters of the Fighting Indians.
Welcome to the Fighting Indians postgame show, presented by Roy Bell Grading Services.
Well, it wasn't the outcome we were looking for if you're a Vero fan. Vero Beach loses to Homestead 42-33 in a second half battle that saw Homestead put up 28 points in this second half and take the lead from the Fighting Indians. It got into a shootout for a little bit, and it was very much an entertaining game as a fan. Whether you're a Homestead fan or a Vero fan, it was entertaining. But in the end, Homestead just had a little more juice than we did, and they come out with the victory.
Yeah, it was it's a disappointing game because both teams are 0-2. Somebody had to win, and each team fought hard. Each team played hard. And, give credit to Homestead. They come up with the big plays when they needed them.
Yeah, they
did. And I really thought when our young quarterback took off and got 59 yards and we would get back in the game.
Well, it didn't turn out the way we'd hoped for, and it's always tough to do the post-game show on a loss, but we still got to do these things and talk about I guess the proverbial elephant in the room, if you will. Let's go down and check in with Matt, who's got Coach Willis.
Hey guys, I got offensive line coach Willis. Coach, we came in, we were down 2 linemen and not sure 3 linemen, and we weren't sure exactly, offensively what we were going to be able to do. But you look at the board and listen, we got 33 points on the board offensively, so not a bad night.
Yes, sir. Not a bad night, man. It didn't come out the way we wanted to, but I got to give hats off to Deuce Montgomery, man. I called on him to play both ways. If he did a Travis Hunter of the O-line in the trenches, that was amazing. That man left it on the field. Man, we fought hard, man. Coming out, coming into the season, man, we had 3 playoff Final Four caliber teams that we were going against. There's no slouches, and we fought. We had some busts here, busts there. We're going to clean it up, man. District play starts next week. You win your district, you're in. So, hey, go back to the drawing board on Monday.
I'm going to steal a line from Coach Harris last week. He says, it's not necessarily how you start, but it's how you finish.
Yes, sir. It's how you finish. You got to make sure the boys stay motivated and know that it's a long season. It's a marathon, not a sprint. And you got to continue to work to get better. You got to do your job. Like Coach George, you say, we do what we do because we've been successful by doing it the fundamentally sound way, making sure you execute your assignment. And sometimes, we having busts. We got to make sure we clean those busts up, man, and we can be a very good football team.
Coach, this is a game of passion. Obviously, we go down 0-3, and a lot of the kids are just a little frustrated right now. And, it wears that passion from that discipline, and, you don't want to, take away that passion. But, yet, they got to know, hey, we got a long season still ahead of us.
Yes, sir, man. And a lot of kids, decided they're not used to losing, come from being good youth programs. But, man, you got to learn how to, win some, you lose some, and then you got to be able to check yourself. And after you check yourself, you got to check your teammates. And we got to put iron sharpen iron. We got to push each other, motivate each other. You can't have that, let down here, let down there. But like I said, it's a long season.
It certainly is. We've seen a lot of teams over the years have got lost a little early, and then they find themselves and they do what's right. And so what do you tell the kids this next week's preparing for the next game?
Hey, next opponent up, man. It's first district game. I think we play Centennial next week on a Thursday, so we got a short week. Get back at it on Monday, watch film, see what they're doing, try to execute, and go out there and do what we're capable of doing.
You know, you talk about Big Deuce. He did such a fantastic job, and he didn't go down with cramps.
Oh, he didn't. I told him one Tuesday. I said, hey, man, I said, you got to start hydrating today. I need a Travis Hunter type performance in the trenches. And, man, he came to me, man, and he gave me all he had. I don't even think he took a playoff on offense, so it was amazing.
I don't think he did. How about that running back, too? Janowski Young just getting 3 scores and maybe had some miscues and some blocks, but, boy, he gave you everything he got.
Man, when his name is called, man, he's answered the bell this year, with Josh a little banged up. But, man, proud of him, man. We just got to keep, cleaning up the little things. And, like I said, be fine.
Coach, appreciate it. We'll let you get to the boys, and good luck next week.
Oh, thank you.
All right, back to you guys.
Thanks, Matt. And that's Coach Willis, one of our offensive line coaches. And, it's, nobody sets out to go, hey, it'd be cool. Let's go 0-3. No, nobody sets out that way.
I never thought we would be 0-3 either. I don't think anybody did when because I believe in Lenny Janowski. I think he's a fantastic coach, and I think that he's got a lot of young kids, a lot of young people. You got banged up linemen. I thought they did an admirable job of getting that offensive line ready to play, and you got your. I thought tonight. The freshman quarterback bounced back from the game before with the 5 turnovers. He bounced back. He looked good. He ran well. Some protection broke down and he was able to try to dodge and slide, and you got to give him credit. And he's going to get nothing but better.
Yeah,
he's going to get better. I keep telling people that.
I think everybody's going to get better.
Yes, everybody. The whole team, and they're gonna improve. That's a young team out there.
Yeah,
that's a lot of young guys. So be patient. Coach is going to be patient. He knows that. He sees things. They'll analyze it and they'll figure out what they're going to do for next Thursday night, because next Thursday night is the kickoff of that run for the district.
Yeah, it starts with Centennial, and we'll talk about that in just a bit. We'll step aside, but we have more of the Roy Bell Grading Services postgame show coming your way. This is Fighting Indians football.
Thanks to Roy Bell Grading Services for sponsoring Fighting Indians football and the Fighting Indians postgame show.
Hi, my name is Chase Bell, and my father Roy has served Indian River County in the grading industry for over 40 years. My family and I are proud supporters of Christian FM and the Vero Beach Fighting Indians. Go Vero!
No job too small or too big. Roy Bell Grading Services. We roll the earth. 772-473-4559. Roy Bell Grading Services. Christian FM can put this game on the radio thanks to the support of businesses like Chuck Bateman State Farm Insurance in Vero Beach. Chuck's goal is to create an atmosphere where customers can talk about what's important to them. He's also a huge supporter of our local chapter of the Fellowship of Christian Athletes. Chuck's phone is 567-1106 or chuckbatemaninsurance.com.
And here we are back. We're wrapping up tonight's game. Roy Bell Grading Services post-game show. Paul Zipton along with Gary Paris as Vero Beach comes up short tonight, 42-33. A game that they led at halftime, 20-14. But, as Gary said during the course of this broadcast, good teams don't ever get themselves down. They will fight, and they will fight, and they will fight. And that's what we've seen really over the last 3 weeks. Good teams that we've had the edge on early that have come back to win the game late in the ball game.
I think what Lenny said, the motto of this team is we've got to learn how to finish. Mm-hmm. We got to finish. Yeah. We're not finishing the game, and that's something that is young kids and players out there and coaches got to keep reminding these young people that they got to finish the game. The game is not over at halftime. The game is not over in the third quarter. It's over when the whistle blows at the end and the horn goes off. And we've got to learn how to finish those games, Paul, and how we can, we're close. I mean, really, we are that close to being 3-0.
Yeah.
And instead of being 0-3, so it's a process. You work it. It's going to be a work in progress, a process.
So we've got the Eagles of Centennial next week. It's on a Thursday night game, as Coach Willis said. They got a short week now, so that never fares well any week. But when you're dealing with injuries, it would be nice if you had at least an extra day to try to maybe get a little healthier. But you don't. It's the nature of the schedule, and so you got to do what you got to do to get ready for Thursday night's game. And it's a key game because it's a district game.
Well, and Centennial's got the same problem. They're playing tonight,
right?
And they play on Thursday too. So it's just it's part of the game. Everybody has to play a Thursday night game in our area because the officiating. There's so many teams, so many crews,
right?
So many JV games out there too. So I understand that, and we got to come together.
All right, so let's give you the final numbers. Our Durfee's Heating and Cooling final stats for the night. Both teams, total-wise, the Broncos finished with 367 yards of offense to Vero Beach's 332. For the Broncos on the ground, it was 161, 206 through the air. Lewis was 11 of 21 for 206 yards and 3 touchdowns. Leading receiver on the night was Cascuda, and he had 4 catches for 32 yards and a touchdown. You also had, 9 first downs, only 1 turnover on the night, 8 penalties. It didn't seem like there were a lot of penalties throughout the course of this ball game. And in fact, I think Vero only had 3 total.
And 1 on offense.
Yeah. So just was in a very bad moment.
Yes.
It was not good. For Vero Beach, the breakdown is 332 total yards. It's 140 on the ground. Another, as we said, Janowski Young stepped up big tonight. 13 carries, 78 yards, 3 rushing touchdowns on the night. Mons finishes 14 carries, 62 yards. Mons through the air, 192 yards. He was 19 of 24 and 1 touchdown. Stinson, what a great night. 9 catches for 114 yards. The only thing that would have made that better is if he had a touchdown in there somewhere.
Yeah, absolutely. The one stat we don't have here and we don't keep is the number of sacks. He got sacked. Those yards by Mons on his rushing, I mean, he would have had close, if he hadn't get sacked, then he would have about 100, close to 100 yards rushing.
Yeah, absolutely. Like Don was telling us,
Just
another 20.
Yeah.
So there you go. So, so in the end, I mean, the only number that really counts is
the scoreboard.
How many points were on one side and how many points were on the other. And we were on the short end of that stick tonight, 42-33. So our attention now will turn, obviously, to Centennial. That game is on Thursday night. So make sure, I know we get caught up in our routines of everything. Thursday night ball game, 7 p.m. is the kickoff. Our coverage will begin at 6 p.m. with a countdown to kickoff presented by Cap's Pizza. And speaking of Cap's Pizza, you and I will join Coach Jay at Cap's Pizza on Tuesday night for Coach's Corner. So look forward to it. I'm sure you got a lot of questions for him.
Oh, no. The man's been beat up pretty bad. I'm going to let him let him talk a lot.
Well, yeah, and we're always grateful for the time because it's always easy to talk when you win, but when you lose, you still got to face the music as well. And so we will talk about this game and talk about the ups and downs of this game and how they get prepared for Centennial next week. Hey, I want to thank all the fine crew that makes everything work. Our executive producer is John Hamilton. Our on-field producer has been Stephen Tipton. I want to thank V. Stewart back at the studio, Jay Kendall, Brian Lewis, Devin Ingram, Keegan Ingram. Thank you for all you do. Don Dexter for his stats, Bobby Paris, Derek West, Matt Paris, and Gary Paris. I'm Paul Tipton. Next week, we'll see you Thursday night, 7 p.m. down at Port St. Lucie. As always, go Indians.